Hi guys, this is Do War for Stream of Electric Sheep. I'm Darren, I DM, and you guys can do your thing.
I'm Amy. I play Isadora.
I'm Ian. I play Risbit. I now have a +9 to hit things.
Oh,
I'm a beast.
Oh, fuck that, wait.
I have a +10 to hit things.
Yeah, I'm Esme. I also have a +9 to hit things. What the fuck am I talking about?
I sing good sometimes, you guys.
You're very good.
I'm Laura. I play Coda. I have a +10 to hit. So in this dick measuring contest, for once I come out on top.
So guys, you're on some space rocks plummeting through space. Space.
Space.
Yeah, literally the notes for this area is space. I love space. La 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 space.
Space!
So yeah, you guys are plummeting. You notice in the far distance a glowing light that looks very portally. It's the only thing you can see in the area that looks like a portal. So it's safe to assume you wouldn't mind going there.
Bitch, let's run.
There is a lot of, as you can see, essentially, guys, let me just read something. You guys are on this one, and you guys need to go to this one. So it's a case of like the two platforms are disconnected. What checks do you think you can do to get across? Obviously, if you have like spells or something like that, you can obviously use them. But you know what I mean? For those not using spells, athletics, acrobatics will work, but there possibly maybe is other ability checks that might enhance your chances of survival. Because like no dice, if you fall, you go into a black hole.
Can I insight my way across?
Could I history check my way across?
Will Arcana tell me how
you can go in.
to survive?
You go in there, you die.
How far does this jump look?
Enough that you'd need like a running jump to do it. It's
Esme
not like
starts running and then does the jump.
What's the gravity like this
Yeah, that's
afternoon?
exactly what I was about to ask.
It seems regular. Like everything is falling at the same speed, sort of thing. So it's like it gives off the vibe of normal gravity.
Darren, can I start things off?
Hello. If you wish, yeah, sure, go for it, bud.
Yeah, Esme just starts running, screams, "Nine up forever!" Oh, that was less impressive. It's like, oh, I did it. I didn't want that.
You wanted to fail.
Darren.
Yeah, Esme basically times it right just when the platform is kind of like down a smidge, and she runs and leaps across and like lands on the other side. Yes, Ian.
How far aside are they? What part are they?
Wait, what? Say that again.
Sorry, I was eating food. How far apart are they?
See, I don't know how the actual jumping to feet ratio thing works, but I'm going to say 15 feet? I don't know. Maybe there's probably number crunches there, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let the other two go first.
Okay.
You gotta do what I think you gotta do, Is.
I think so.
Here, actually, are they on, like, level par, essentially?
It's a case of to keep kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. Sort of.
Okay, so am I going... Are they both moving separately? Or is one moving? Okay, cool. Can I throw... Okay, hold on. Coda and Isadora, do either of you have any discernible upper body strength?
Oh!
I'm okay.
No.
Risbit, what?
Throw a rope back to me. I'll hold on to it. They can climb across.
That's what I'm gonna
I would
do.
like to just hold out my grappling hook.
Yeah, well then fucking shoot it, bitch! What are you doing?
As you guys argue...
Hold on to it, I'm just like, shoot the rope.
As you guys argue, the torchbearers essentially simultaneously leap across.
They hold hands.
Yeah.
As they just shouts back, it's like, they're making fools of us! We look like we're not teammates! And then she throws over the rope.
This is the worst team building exercise in the world!
You just hear Vigilance scream like, ride together, die together, and they all just sprint and leap together.
Darren, is there anything for my hook to like get purchase on the other side?
I mean, you can shoot Esme with it, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd rather
Can
not.
I catch it? Can I catch
Go
it?
long, shoot. And no, there's like kind of like It's basically like a clump of, say, a mountain. So there's bits of like, despite like not being drawn on the map, and there is like kind of like struts of earth up and down, and like the ground isn't completely flat or anything.
Before anyone does anything else, I'm going to cast Frantic Crescendo. Everyone gets a D8 of Bardic Inspiration.
Nice!
Because we're going to need it.
That
Thank
is
you.
so rad.
So when
I
the
grappling
two, okay,
Do I have to roll to hit with that?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Yeah, you missed the rock.
I mean,
I might
the
as
rock.
well. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, but you have a plus 2. You kind of like, yeah, buddy. Like, it kind of like, it's not the most graceful arc in the grappling hook, but it kind of like lands on it, attaches.
well, when the two areas become kind of level, Esme throws the rope to Rizbit and says, "Is it alright? Climb up the rope," as we like basically move.
Yeah, I hold on to the rope.
I climb for my life. Now, I have to assume that's athletics.
It is indeed, friendo.
Let's tightrope walk it.
Seeing as I'm like holding the rope, can I support her and give her advantage? Like obviously I roll athletics to do it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on, let me check because athletics went up. Yeah, it did.
Here. Okay, cross your fingers and toes. Yeah.
Nice,
Like,
nice,
God, you gave
nice.
me that advantage.
Izzy is successfully climbing. Coda, you have done the grappling hookness. Rizbit, you're kind of like, supporting Izzy, and you're like, yeah, you can do it, buddy, woo!
Yeah.
And from each corner of this thing, like essentially like a sprout or a geyser of like energy starts to hook, and you can feel like the thing that you're standing on starts to get pushed down even faster and faster.
Okay, is Coda gone?
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah,
And
Okay,
is,
I Misty step across.
is Isadora
Hey!
successfully across?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, as you guys leap off this platform, you see it starts to glow, and then it like detonates essentially.
Okay, guys, we gotta be quick.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if I made this clear before. I hate this.
Oh,
Throw you if I have to.
No, it's fine. I just want to make it. We're gonna make it across. We're gonna be fine. I just want to reiterate. I hate this.
I'm
Let's
gonna
keep
kill
moving.
you.
I'll add that to the file.
Okay, next one, guys. Kind of a large area. You're running to the other side, essentially. As you run, like you see, like fragments and ghosts of like what you would know, like we would know as shard mines.
Nope. No time.
Hand of Uria people, like kind of like some of them are fighting each other, some of them are fighting like mind flayers and other basically just odd creatures that might come from the Pharaoh realm. You're not too sure. Yeah, and some of them are like back to back fighting, and you're kind of like dashing in between them as they're fighting, sort of thing. You're basically running through a battlefield, and there's lots of explosions and all very, very off. So yeah, guys, you're at the next chunk of you need to sprint up these kind of thing, like jump, hop, hoppity, hippity hoop.
Will that be one roll per each, or is it one total?
No, I'm gonna just say it's like one athletics or acrobatics roll, that kind of.
Okay.
Because like making everyone roll
Yeah.
like that many die is just no.
Yep.
Is this,
Nice.
what are we rolling?
I rolled my.
Either athletics or acrobatics.
I
Acrobatics?
rolled acro. Yeah.
Mine are the same, so.
And do not forget you have a D8 of inspiration die thanks to Isidore.
I just use mine too.
Oh yeah, probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing. You guys are bopping up and down, jumping from left to right, like climbing them. It's essentially following a staircase, and you kind of reach the top one here, the very top. And it's a case of like you guys gotta land here. Oh, I keep forgetting my colors. But you gotta land on this one here, and it's a case of like y'all gotta jump, duck, and roll, and hope to God you don't like fuck up the landing.
I cast Featherfall.
Ooh, nice.
Ah, girl.
Try to control yourselves as you fall slowly, and then she jumps. So what would it be, Darren?
Featherfall is literally just like you guys control your velocity. Like you guys can see the trajectory that you need to jump. It's just if you hadn't have cast Featherfall, essentially, you would have had to have rolled athletics or acrobatics, possibly to stick the landing correctly and not essentially slide off or anything like that. That sort of thing. But yeah, thanks to the quick thinking of Featherfall, everyone is a-okay.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, you see the other platforms kind of like fall away and break away. The little ones you were jumping across is actually sucked down into the black hole kind of thing, like that kind of like stretch and rip down sort of thing. And you can see the glowing portal-esque individual thing in the distance. It's so close, friends.
How close?
As in, like,
Close.
you guys can, like, in terms of rounds, if you use your dash for 2 rounds in a row, you'd be sprinting across. But again, it's kind of at a drop. Your platform is slightly higher, so you'd have to. It's does Featherfall last long?
I think it's until you land to hit the ground.
Let me double check. I think you're right.
Cool.
And if that is the case, this would be so much easier if I had those fucking spell cards. I'll tell you that for nothing. One day.
You guys are making like short work of this gauntlet. Well done.
Well, we're terrified.
We
That's
really,
fair.
really want to go home, Darren.
No, it says duration 1 minute.
Oh, neat. Well, I'm gonna say to get across, it's between the falling because you fall very slowly and sprinting across this platform, bobbing in and out. It's like it's been like over a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. In that case, I'm going to cast Frantic Crescendo again, so everyone gets Bardic Inspiration. Except I only have 3 Bardic Inspiration dice, but Esme hasn't used hers yet, so it's all G.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Ooh,
It's good.
that's clever. I like it. See, you guys are basically acrobatics. Stick the landing as you leap.
How far away is it?
20 feet.
I just wait for everybody to go and then I misty step again.
How many times can you do that per day? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's not the racial thing. I apologize.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Esme, who's a useless.
Yeah,
baby.
that's.
I didn't even need to use mine. Take that,
Hey!
Yeah, everyone's rolling great, guys. Well done. You guys, hold on. As you the last foot leaves the back, the last platform is boom, explosions. It's awful. What is? Hold on, Roll20. Stop blowing.
No, not you, Roll20.
Yeah, so you guys, stick the landing, and in the sky you hear a screech.
The fuck is that?
As basically, guys, okay, let me paint you a picture with my words.
Paint us a
The
word
fuck
picture.
is that? It looks like Gerald.
It is Gerald's daddy Gerald. A floating octopus-like creature with a beak, eyes, at where its head, in quotations, and its legs, the octopus legs meet, there are basically spider legs, and it's all very but attached to its back seems to be a amalgamation of items, there's swords, burlap sacks. It seems to have had a nice collection sitting on its back. Most of it, just from glancing at it, looks rather mundane. A lot of the short swords look literally like stock, soldier swords. This thing has clearly pillaged them from battlefields or something. But one thing that does stick out is a very nice, very golden, gilded chest sitting on its back. Can I have initiative, please?
Go for it.
Well,
You say initiative time?
Yeah, please.
I finally have a +5 in my fucking initiative.
To battle a horrible squid monster.
Remind me, initiative is dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Correct, Mundo,
And I
friendo.
get to add my proficiency.
Oh, my Bardic Inspiration is gone.
Why do you get to add your proficiency, you jerk?
Quick draw, baby. It's a gunslinger thing.
Hate gunslinger.
It's a gunslinger thing. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't understand.
Esme runs over to Coda and then just steps on his knee. Full on, side kick. Yeah! And then just keeps running.
Well.
1 second, guys. Let me just write down this.
I want to shoot it!
Yeah, you'll be doing it first, there, buddy.
Yay!
I want to smack it.
So yeah, this thing is like.
Oh, bang yourself.
Cool story.
It's eyeing up all of your lovely magical items to add to its collection.
Hi, yeah, no.
He's gonna take your gun.
Yeah, no, he's not. I can't remember. No, I didn't use any because we didn't fight anything. Cool. I'm gonna try and start us off strong here. Am I going first, right there?
You are indeed.
2 sharpshooters, both with advantage, using 2 grid points.
Neato, friendo.
Cody, you fucking. Anyway, one of them hits.
One of them does hit, buddy.
I like how freely you use your grip ones.
And I'm going to action surge. I'm gonna use my last grid point because fuck it. The 16 hit?
Because
Attacker wins.
And the 20, so they both hit. Okay, cool. A further 42 damage, so that is
Jesus.
66 damage.
Neato, friendo.
And I'm the fucking one that goes like and obliterates things.
Okay, so 2 things are going to happen now, Coda. Your face.
Good. I welcome them.
Oh god, he's turning pages. That's terrifying.
Ah!
Its tentacles reel up. Does 23 hit, buddy?
Certainly
Oh.
does. I hellish rebuke him.
no! Not allowed.
You do your thing. Or do it. Yeah, you do your damage. Cool.
Cool. So you take a total of 18 ice damage as rays of
I
frost
am
come out of its
cold
tentacles.
resistant.
You are, buddy,
cold
but
resistant.
also, can I have an wisdom save, buddy?
Can't wait for Coda to not survive
Not
this.
bad.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Coda, you are not disgustingly compelled to sprint over and get as close to this thing as humanly possible.
Cool. So I only take half damage from that ice, right?
You correct him on that, friend.
Cool. Alright. And I hellish rebuke him to make a dex save.
Okie uno momento.
Guys, this has been a scarily good round for Coda.
Shh! Don't jinx it!
He's
No, it's
jinxed
fine.
it. She's
Oh my
jinxed
god,
it.
it failed! Take a further 20 damage. That was 86 damage.
Nice!
And I
Oh
did
my.
9.
That is excessive. Well, Darren. Here, actually, just as a descriptor of our fiendish friend here, how tall is it?
Rather tall.
Oh,
Like,
But how tall?
if it's since it's like kind of like floating on a square, its tentacles are kind of reeled up. But if it were to like basically stand tall in quotations, probably about like 10 feet tall.
Esme basically moves up this far and then jumps, and then Misty steps onto its back because
Cool,
I want to
shit.
see what's in that fucking chest.
Can
yeah,
you
sure.
stab it while you're up there?
If it doesn't take an action to open the chest, then yeah, definitely.
I don't know, Neil. It takes an action to unlock a fucking lock chest, doesn't it, buddy?
Is it locked?
Oh god,
It
you
is.
just ruined what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I'm full on. Just gonna. I'm gonna.
Just gonna chill out on top of this fucking
We're
thing.
gonna chill here.
Nobody kill it while I'm on top.
Heyo. This thing's just gonna like, oh, I know how to kill this person, and just flies upwards.
that's
Isadora.
Hold on, I didn't make my attempt.
Oh shit, sorry.
17.
The chest clicks, clanks, and is unlocked.
Ooh. Okay, well now I'll hold on for dear life.
So, Isadora.
Oh my god. You ruined all of my plans. I'll fucking ray of frost this.
Cloud of daggers now, or else it would
No!
just kill Esme.
I can't
No,
sting in cloud. I can't cloud daggers. You ruined all my clouds.
Why don't
Do
you
it,
cloud its butt? Like cloud
Cloud your
underneath it.
butt.
Cloud underneath it.
That's not how clouds work.
I'm sure you could.
That's not how the Force works.
I'm sure you could make it so that it just affects its legs or like the area underneath
See,
it.
Neil, you say that, but I'm not gonna let it happen like that. Esme's gonna get minced.
Yeah, I'll just cloud up, will I?
Yeah.
Amy, you're doing an array of something, yeah?
Cloud
Yeah,
up,
I mean-
stupid.
Listen, if Storm can do it, why can't Isadora?
Because I'm not that cool.
I think you're very good.
Is that it?
It does indeed, friendo.
Cool. Except I'm not level 11 yet, so it's still 2d8.
Rizbit, use
What?
rope to pull it to the ground.
Its speed is
Oh,
reduced,
nice.
if that makes any difference.
Cool, awesome. Let me just mark it down. Awesome, cool. Is that all, Amy?
Piddly little cantrip, yeah.
Rizbit,
How far off the ground is this thing floating again?
10 feet.
I can't smack it, can
No, you cannot.
I? Darren, fuck you.
If only we had spell slots. Sorry, that was rude.
No, it means I need to go actually check and see what my spells can do.
Now I need to go and see what spells I actually have. Use rope to pull it to the ground.
Check one thing.
Here, listen, Coda, I did my skills, so you back off.
Okay. What would it be to, like, do what Neil said? Use rope to try and bring it to the ground.
It would be... Essentially, you would magically, through the power of cool, have a rope that just happened to have a hook on the end of it. It's Coda's old grappling hook. Yeah, that's a thing that totally happened. No one question me.
He just snatched it off his belt.
Yeah,
I throw
literally.
Rizbit oh, okay, don't worry, you can
Yeah.
get my belt, that's fine.
It would be a ranged attack to basically like hook, line, and sinker, followed by a strength check to pull it down.
Range, strength, or dex?
Ranged dex, because it's a ranged spell, Ian,
Okay.
or a ranged attack.
So, before I do this,
Okay.
I'm going to utter my vow of enmity.
Ooh.
So, that means I have advantage considering it's a ranged attack.
It is indeed, friendo.
So, let's see how this goes. 2d20. D1?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, yeah. You kind of like throw this thing up and like, just like perfectly loops around it to the point where like it almost makes it a bow, and it is perfectly like just mwah, it is. Yeah, these not 20s though.
So I can pull it down?
Give me a strength check.
Cool. Normal strength or strength advantage?
Yeah, no, flat strength.
Flat strength.
Just like, yeah.
Hold on. Oh.
It kind of starts to budge, but not entirely.
Okay.
Oh god, it's going to pull.
Coda,
Yes.
it is your go.
Oh, sweet. Okay, well I gotta use my first attack action to reload, and then I'll use my second one to... Yeah, let's go sharpshooter again. No, wait, yeah.
It's raining.
Oh, well that's a misfire,
Nah.
Darren!
Oh, fuck.
Well, look, I was due this. It hasn't happened in a very long time. That's all I do. I'm done. I misfire.
Okay, 2 seconds. I have to double check a thing.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Oh god, I'm right
What
next to him.
What happens when a gun misfires in the void, Darren?
I
What
mean,
am I meant to
No
find?
one's around to hear it. Does
Does it make a sound?
like, it definitely sends out some unnecessary ripple through time and space.
Okay.
Ian, a question for you, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say the armor that Rizbit wears is of the metal kind?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, I think it is.
I think it is too.
Does
Well
16
done,
hit?
Coda. No.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, its tendrils kind of like light up with electricity and go to poke you in the face, but no, I can't.
Oh,
You
I
don't.
thought it was one of those goddamn lightning bullets.
I thought it was Coda shooting me in the fucking back.
Yeah!
I was gonna be like, well done, Coda. Now you've shot everybody in the party in the back.
I
Don't
forgot I
forget
had
to shut
lightning
Esme.
bullets!
But it's gonna make one last attack against dearest Esme.
Not allowed!
I think it's allowed.
At 21.
Well, Darren, 21 is
Okay,
greater.
friend, you take
Hold on.
15
No,
bludgeoning
no, hold on,
damage.
hold on.
Whoa, okay.
We're fine! Fine!
What?
No.
No, go on. Try whittle your way out of this one. What?
Matter now, I've been injured.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
now
go. You take
upset.
15 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled, friendo.
It's okay, I'll bring you down.
Also tell us what's in the box.
What's in your box? Esme, it's your go.
It's gonna be a fucking
Grappled doesn't mean I can't.
It means your speed is reduced and to 0, and to break the grapple, it's an action and it
Can I
de-stretch.
attack though?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think you get advantage or disadvantage. Let me check. I will tell you now. The thing is loading up. Oh boy, Jesus, will you load faster? Grapple. You have 0 speed and can't benefit from it. Yeah. There's literally nothing about it saying you can't attack. Your speed becomes 0. And if you want, you can use your action to basically break free.
Fuck that. So, I'm going to use my insightful fighting to try and basically get sneak attack on the attack. So
You got 20.
Oh, I thought you said not 20. I was like, that's sad. Okie dokie. Come on, buddy. Yes! That's a girl.
Nice.
Now, she takes out her rapier that she uses all the time and will attempt to stab the man in the back. I've realized that my base attack is +8, but certain weapons have +9. So this is sad. But I go, hiya! 25 versus AC.
Nice.
25 hits.
Come on, you white devil! So, take a 27 damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Is that all you wish to do?
That's my bonus. I can't move. And my attack. Yeah, no, I'm done.
Isadora.
In a box.
Darren, can I just ask how much damage I took again?
15.
Ah! Esme only has 16 health.
Let me double check the wording of something, and I might
sure.
be able to fix that.
I'm only kidding. She has like she has like 30 something. She has 33.
Fuck it. Another ray of frost. If someone wasn't on someone's back, this wouldn't be a problem.
Amy,
Yeah.
dearest Amy.
Here,
If
give it
you
to
could
me.
be the darling that you are and make the exact same attack roll, but aim it towards Coda, if you will.
Why would I do that?
Because as this ray of frost like screeches over this being's head, you see its eyes light up, and like the actual rays itself seem to bend around it and go shooting back towards Coda.
What a dick!
This is it. You get to kill Coda, and we can get it to make it
I
look
mean,
like
I
an
shot
accident.
you in the back, so it's only fair. That misses.
Cool. Yeah, no, that misses. That's fair.
And I have
is
no
that
bardic inspiration, so I'm just gonna give it the finger.
it sees what you're doing and it is not impressed. It's rude. You come into its interdimensional plane and you flip it to bird.
Yeah, when it gets better, motherfucker!
Rizman, here you go.
I'm gonna try my strength thing again.
Cool, okie dokie, buddy.
Let's see how this goes. 18 this time, Darren.
Pull it to the ground. Essentially, it's no longer hovering. It's like in the square in front of you.
Good.
Cool. And is that my all I can
It
do?
is indeed. Yeah. Because the strength check is just an action.
Okay. So as my bonus action then, I would like to light my sword on fire.
Cool. Awesome. And with that, we're back to Coda.
I'd like to. No, you know what? There's no point in fixing my gun, so I'm not gonna get another hit off. Although I am afraid of what's gonna happen if I time travel with a broken gun. God, I don't know. I'm gonna sharpshooter with the crossbow, because that's a thing I can do, and I keep
He's over.
forgetting about.
Oh. Give me that arrow.
I miss.
You miss.
And I would have a second attack, but I can't reload the crossbow, so that's all I can do.
Cool. It's this thing's go again.
Fight me, motherfucker.
No, fight me, motherfucker.
Fight me!
Fight me!
Fight me.
No! No, you screw off. You guys aren't up here. You aren't fighting. We're fighting.
Rizbit does 18 hit.
Nope.
Gosh darn.
Should have used that on me, motherfucker.
Isadora,
Oh no.
whiz save, please.
Right. I put points into this. Are we leveled? So maybe this will be good. Who knows?
I wish I had put points into this.
Hey!
You do not have a unnatural need to just drop everything and sprint over and essentially hug this individual.
There will be no hentai today.
Oh God.
Speaking of hentai, yeah.
Esme is in a ripe position. Esme, it's your go.
Well, I'm going on with my previous approach of maybe I'll just stab it until it's dead from above. So, yeah, 18 and
Hits.
then 20 damage.
Ooh, neato.
I still have a my bonus action just
Open the chest kind of thing.
Stone.
basically. Oh no! Don't be ridiculous. This isn't cool enough for that.
No,
Isn't it?
Oh no! I already told Coda, Laura, what the actual I found out what the last haystone has to be used for,
yeah.
and it will probably never happen. But it has to be it has to surpass that. Basically, Esme stabs in with the rapier, but can it just be with the bonus action of, as she takes it back out, she just uses the butt to push open the chest.
Yeah, sure. As you glanced in, you see a absolute mountain of jewels and gold. From that, you see what looks like buried among the gold and jewels, you see what looks like a metal rod-like thing sticking up, and maybe a little bag or two. But who knows? What do I know? And that's
Guys, there's a big rod. Darren's big rod is in this box.
It's getting really meta now that Esme knows Darren's name.
God's big rod is in this
Yes,
box.
give me one. Esme knows,
The Rat Pack
Darren's got a
finally
big rod.
But that's the end of my turn, team.
Isadora.
I thought you were going to say usual Thursday.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Neato. That's a
it's
save.
It's a wisdom save, but she's going to call out, "Hey, Ugly, I don't want to imply that you're unimportant and that you're going to die right here and right now, so I'll just outright say it."
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Mean.
Does it resist your mockery?
Yeah. God damn.
In space, no one can hear you scream, so it was pretty just
Yeah,
lost.
exactly. Is that all, Amy?
Yeah.
Rizbit.
Cool, I'm going to smack a bitch twice.
Nice.
Finish.
I have advantage as well.
Nice.
This girl
19 and
goes-
25.
Vote it.
Both?
Yep.
Cool. Hold on. I'm going to use my last remaining level 2 slot, my level 3 slot for Smite.
Can't wait for this thing to just detonate.
That's 46 plus 12 now? Yes, 12. Plus 78. 63 damage, Darren. And 32 of it is fire, and the rest is radiant, if that matters.
Dear sir, you are excessive.
Rizbit kind of like slashes it upwards, and it's being kind of reels back, and then he just kind of like does that anime 5 feet dash and like just cuts through its like stomach, and just like essentially it's just drenched in whatever this thing is inside as it just plummets into the ground. Well, I know it's close to the ground, but like, yeah, it's dead, man.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you did like yeah, like it has a lot of resistances, bar that, and you just kind of did like near a fucking half its HP in a single swing. So
Sorry, Darren.
no, it's fine. Why
Darren,
have
I'll
fun
take
go
it back.
longer than necessary? No, too late. You can't retcon it. Get it. Fuck you. So guys, Jim Bob McGee, the innocent traveler in these parts, is
Nope.
slain.
Hey guys,
Uh,
look, there's money and stuff. Darren, I'd like to look at the bags.
They look like, satchels. There's two satchels, one depicting a smiling face, one depicting a sinister grin, and the other is a rustic brownish bag, like a dice bag. Kind of big though, kind of like a small burlap sack kind of thing.
Can we inspect these when we're back in our own reality and not here?
Yeah, grab whatever shit you want, but let's go.
Okay.
If you wish to just kind of close the chest and simply bring it with you, it'll require a strength roll to carry it, but it's doable.
I'll carry it.
Please, yeah, you carry
Well, if
this.
we like split the stuff between the four of us, would we be able to carry it? Like as if I take a bag, he takes a bag, she takes a bag, kind of thing.
20 to carry it, Darren.
Yeah, as like Code is like, what if we split it up that way, enabling all of us to move? You just see Riz run off towards the portal, like holding it over his head.
Somehow he's naked now, like.
Yeah, exactly. Little legs just going like Roadrunner.
And he's going,
Hold on, come back! You get back here!
What?
Can I just make sure that I tie the box to his hand?
Sure.
If we get lost during this, like both of us are staying with the loot, so Esme also ties herself to it. Right, everybody into the portal. Let's
Such
hope we
noble
don't-
heart. Yeah, the torchbearers are like, come on.
Hey, look, we were fighting. What were you
Yeah,
at?
thanks for standing there.
We were fighting one too, and they gesture over, and there's another corpse.
Is there another chest?
There isn't another chest, Ian. There's one chest. How convenient, am I right? Do you go in the portal?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Darren!
Grounded realities and actual loot. Don't be silly.
Darren!
Yeah,
What have I done to you?
nothing. I was just trying to.
I love this so much.
Even though technically it should have loot, but I don't care.
I just
Moving
love
on.
that
Don't
Darren
care
reminds me
anymore.
I love you.
So you guys enter the bright light.
Everybody
Smoke,
hold hands.
smoke fills your nostrils. You reappear in an alleyway in the familiar streets of Dagenham City.
And,
Can you
and
get rid of that?
What's it like in
What does
Dagenham
it look-
City, Darren?
It's quiet. There be no signs of battle, nor smoke, nor screaming. There's no evil smoke or fog anywhere. It's quiet. You can kind of hear you're roughly. Actually, you don't know where you are, but yeah. When you look to this skyline, you can still see the main tower in the center, the castle, is standing.
Are there any signs of battle? Is there any?
It is
damage to the
100%
buildings?
silence. Yeah, no, there has been damage to the buildings. You're basically in what looks like if a fight was over, so to speak.
Do we see the tower where the Kinkyu used to be? Is that still standing or is that down?
No, that's gone.
It's still gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we seem to be back in something like the right place. I'm going to suggest we walk to the scholar. And
Let's
we'll do that by walking towards the castle if we can see it.
let's go carefully. Maybe.
Oh, we'll be fine. It's not like myself and Rizbit are tied to a giant box.
Yeah, you kind of navigate your way. Essentially, you guys are in this direction here, the top right, near the tower. When you guys head towards the tower, you notice that there is a lot of not police tape, but like the hand and the city watch are kind of everywhere. There's lots of people running around with like clipboards, kind of like, and like there's tents set up everywhere. It's all very much like the aftermath of a massive battle.
Can we just ignore it? Yeah.
Like that's what, like I'm like you say.
Can we just ignore this and see if we can find our way back to the inn? We'll deal with this later. We've had a lot.
Yeah. As you guys like basically go through the city, it's very clear that the fight is over. Like there is still like a strong smell of like ash and smoke and flame in your nose, so it might not have ended instantly, or that long ago. But yeah, as you guys turn down familiar paths, you see the Weeping Scholar in the distance. It's pretty banged up. It's still standing, but all around it are colossal boulders.
Okay.
Like lining the outside. Like basically the streets around it have all like got like colossal chunks of debris and boulders just like circling the inn.
Is there sound coming from us?
From the inn? No, it doesn't seem to be like bubbling with life or anything like that.
Esme just starts screaming, David! Come see mother!
Oh, dear God.
That is like horrifying in so many levels. Yeah, as you guys approach, a familiar noodle sticks his head out the window. You know to be Dave. His eyes light up. Yeah.
Get 3 of the boxes.
Yeah, like his eyes light up. You notice that he is indeed stained with his own blood from a lot of places. A lot of it coming from his eyes. Like, it's clearly like has been bleeding a lot. You notice that the little light thing on his head has now multiplied. There are now 7 like little tentacly things out of his head.
Oh my God, he hit puberty.
And he's like, oh my God, and like runs outside, followed closely by Greta and Renan. It's very much like hugs.
Esme just like
Esme
cuts herself free, and then it's just like, nice man, what have you done to your hair? What's happening?
And he's like, oh yeah, no, this was like a byproduct of like, stopping all that. And he gestures to like the boulders and stuff, like falling on that, and gestures to the inn. It was
holy shit! Did you do that?
Yeah, see, and he points up to the ceiling. He's like, they all dislodged from that in the fight, and I stopped it, but I couldn't move, and then I started to bleed everywhere. But we managed to get the boulders out of the way before I died. It was awful, but we're all alive, kind of. I'm very tired.
How long have we been gone?
A day, maybe.
And you didn't come looking for
Oh,
us?
thank God! She falls to her knees.
He's like, I did. I looked everywhere within reason. Again, I couldn't move. Colossal boulders crush in innocent people, etc., etc.
I'm kidding. We were in a space desert, and then we saw giant robot fights, and needless to say, it was immaculate. Let's go inside, mostly because we have a big chest of things. Also, I'd say all 4 of us are fairly dehydrated because we were in a desert. So
And
let's go.
gross.
Well, yeah, gross too. I'm ignoring Coda.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Here we join the party.
Yeah, so you guys like essentially like are brought up to speed. Dave, and like this is just like the easiest way to give you the information is just to be like 20 minutes pass, and you were told the following in bullet point because it's just the fighting continued long into the night. Dave, Greta, Renan, and some of the other survivors managed to fend off most of the onslaught to the tavern or the inn. Dave preoccupied with again keeping the debris from actually like collapsing in on anything. Greta, everyone else working together. It was really neat. Very, very nice team building. Like kind of like that scene in the Avengers where it's like the rotating camera and
Yeah.
Iron Man shoots his beam against Cap's shield. That sort of thing. Very, very nice unified moment.
Unlike us.
around 6 a.m. if you were to have a clock, the Arcane District exploded. They have no idea what, but after it detonated, literally in the center, literally just a crater. The monolith force has just left. Any that weren't seen seemed to have just slink back into alleys and just vanished into thin air. All monoliths. No one's seen the dreaded laureate. Everything, they just left. After something went off in the Arcane District, it went deadly quiet, and it's basically been Operation, find survivors, cure who's dying, since.
Well, we didn't, did we?
But yeah, that's kind of like what you've missed in like the most condensed,
That's what
easy.
you missed in Dagdo.
Yeah, like literally, it's just the quickest way to get the information to the party is like, it's now an hour later. You've been brought up to speed. You're all like, it's short rested. You've like sipped your beer. You're like, oh boy, Jesus. Do you want to look in the chest during that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can someone
Okay.
identify these?
So
Oh,
basically,
yeah.
hey,
Okay.
why don't you just don't jump the fuck gun there,
Sorry,
Esme?
just side note.
Yeah.
Any angels here?
Yeah, well, you guys are being brought up to speed. Essentially, like, Wrath and the boys are talking to them, but during the entire time, Wrath is more scolding them more than discussing with them. Like, they're off out of earshot, but like,
but they're
Wrath
here.
doesn't look happy. They're here, yeah, they're
Okay.
here. Wrath doesn't look happy. He's like completely like gone full on like you're reporting to your captain sort of thing, and he's just like, what the like there's lots of
He's living
waggling
up to his
fingers.
name.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I wonder how he got the name. But yeah, so essentially, guys, you split everything in the chest into even piles, like space it all out. You find there is a very large sum of gold. Essentially, like there's treasure, which is gold, silver,
Treasure.
copper, like gems, basically stuff that equals money. But the easiest way to do it is that it just equals a gold count. So you guys find a total of 1,500 gold.
Sweet.
There is a metal rod, a shiny silver metal rod with a horse at the top. One bag depicting a smiley face, one bag depicting a sinister grin. The rustic brownish, slightly larger than kind of like a mini burlap, like a Tesco bag if you clenched it at the top kind of thing. A nautilus shell and a jar of odd liquid.
Darren, will you put those things in the chat if that's okay?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to spend? Do you want them as they are, or do you want to spend the time identifying them?
I want to cast identify as a ritual, so
Yeah,
sit on the floor and put them around her in a big old circle.
Roughly, if you're splitting it all even, it's 5 for gold each. So you
That's
guys have the following, and I'll put this in the chat as well. You guys have the following: an immovable rod, a bag of holding, a bag of devouring, a rust bag of tricks, nautilus of the bonfire, and Kyotum's ointment.
I was hoping one of them was a bag of holding.
Let's give it to Coda then.
No, I do not want that thing again. Out of character. That was I abused that magical item. I can never have that again. Do you remember how Lark just used to have lions all the time?
Yeah.
That's why. Because literally it's a bag full of tribbles. You throw them and they turn into just random wild animals. It's such a bad idea. I love it, but it is not. Not again. I will absolutely abuse it. Out of character, someone else take that item.
What does Kyotum's ointment do?
Uno momento. Oh yeah. It has 4 doses, basically the amount of liquid in it is 4 doses. You can ingest it or apply it to a wound, and the person receives 2d8 plus 3 HP.
Oh, cool. And
Yeah,
then
it's
the
like
other
a
thing
little-
was the shell.
The shell, yes, it is a nautilus shell in the like this. Yeah. It's got a little mouthpiece at the back, and you realize that if you were to blow into it like a magic horn, it essentially casts the create bonfire spell or cantrip. So 10 feet away from you, a perfectly shaped, perfectly lit, lasts into the early morning bonfire is created. You can cook stuff.
Darren,
in
does
it.
it sound
Yeah.
good when you blow it?
Oh yeah, it's very I won't try to emulate it, but it's very pleasing to the ears.
Mine.
You guys know what a bag of holding does. A movable rod. You click a button at the end. 8,000 pounds or less won't move. You can hang in the air, that kind of thing. A bag of devouring, guys. This is a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everyone know what it is, or will I read out the
I don't
description?
know.
Yeah,
Read
I
it.
know.
This bag resembles a bag of holding, but is actually a feeding orifice for a gigantic extra-dimensional creature. Turning the bag inside out closes the orifice. The creature attached to the bag can sense whatever is placed inside the bag. Animal or vegetable matter placed wholly in the bag is devoured and lost forever. When part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside it, there is a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside the bag. A creature inside the bag can use its action to try and escape. A success DC of 15, a strength check will allow you to pull out. Another creature may use its action to reach in and pull the creature out, doing so with a successful DC of 20 strength, provided this creature isn't pulled in first. Any creature that begins its turn in the bag is devoured and its body destroyed. Inanimate objects can be stored in the bag, which can hold a cubic foot of such material. However, once each day, the bag swallows any object inside it and spits them out into another plane of existence, like the DM determines the plane. If the bag is pierced, torn, it is destroyed, and anything contained within it is transported to a random location on the astral plane.
This seems like a net negative.
I
You just have to be creative.
Exactly, Amy. Exactly.
friends.
Yeah.
I would like the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Just because I have the opportunity to fill it with.
I have things I need to hold.
I just feel like I can fill it with like more goodies by being sneaky. Equally, Isadora is capable of doing that. But,
No, you take it.
I feel like Coda's just bent double with crafting components on his back, but he's not saying anything. He's hiring like a whole fucking Warforged corpse at this point.
you can store it in there. You can take it if you want. Do you want it?
I kind of want the rod.
Yeah, you do.
Your boyfriend's right there, honey.
Back. Sorry, guys.
Welcome back, Ian. Ian, do you know what a bag of devouring is?
It eats things?
Yeah, basically the TLDR of it is if you can store things in it like the bag of holding, but if you reach in to pick it out, you have to roll a percentile die, one between 1 and 50. You get sucked in. If you start a turn in there, you're instantly devoured and your body is destroyed forever. You can pull yourself back out. You can get pulled out, and inanimate objects, if they're not devoured, when devoured, are transported to a random plane of existence that I pick, and that's about it. If you destroy the bag, anything that's inside it gets sent to the astral plane. And that's pretty much the TLDR.
Okay.
Can I take the Nautilus and the ointment, if that's cool?
Yeah. Coda, you're taking the rod. So, Ian.
Yeah.
You can have either the bag of devouring or the rust bag of tricks.
I'll take the bag of tricks.
Cool. We will
Ian,
just
it's so
enjoy
much
it.
fun. Enjoy it. It's so good.
I have no idea what it is, but
It's
I'll
like
find
you
out.
pull out like basically tribbles from Star Trek,
Vaguely.
like the little furry balls.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
everywhere. You basically pull one of those out, throw it, and it just like spawns into a random animal. You like roll a d6, so it just turns into like
Oh
a
god.
bear or a lion or a boar or something, and it like fights for you or something for a few turns. It's real cool.
And Varian has a bird.
Well, Varian now also has a bag of devouring, I guess, by default, because it's the only item left over. I don't trust Varian with a bag of devouring, but oh well. Let's get to that
How
next
about
week.
you
I feel
just
like he might actually
He's
use it,
over
which
here.
is fun.
Yeah, see, that's what I think. I was like, yeah, but then I was like, no. Beware Uberus. Like, guys, I've got this. Oh my god, he could stick his old man hand in and get it eaten off.
Oh yeah, he has to deal with that.
Yeah, essentially, like Andrew said, if they go to a city that isn't ravaged by war, he Varian spends his time there, basically buying a very intricate, beautiful, purple-esque glove
Yeah.
for his hand, so he can be like Luke Skywalker.
Some kind of white devil.
As you guys are basically coming to the end of so that's that, and everyone's kind of like, ha. From the bar, a soft glowing light appears and essentially shoots towards the group, because I'm assuming everyone's kind of huddled together being like, do you want this? Do you want that? And before you is a pixie.
Hello.
And she's like, "Hey, you guys are the people I was sent to get."
Who sent you?
From where?
Takes out the
I
tambourines, they're jingling and menacingly.
Who's your boss? Talk.
Isadora. It's just they're okay.
And she's like, "Hey, ho, hey,
I'm
ho."
armed!
She's like, "Hey, ho, stop with the thing with the frisbee. Hey, I'm Sunny, and I was sent
No,
by
you're a fairy.
my man. Oh, I was sent by the Baron and Wub. Make sure you're not dead, and I don't think you are."
No, we're not.
Prove it!
Is it pinches Esme?
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, she's not dead.
He's like,
You keep
okay,
your hands
mission
off the monkey
accomplished.
guys.
Yeah, because that one, and points to Dave, is like, said like, "Yo, you guys will be back pretty soon," so I was just, chilling by the bar.
You've been drinking.
What are you, a cop?
Oh my
No,
god.
I just would like.
Listen here, Optimus, sir. I swear to Bahamut, I'm not God. That didn't make sense at all, did it? No.
Esme holds out her hand. It's like, you can rest in my hand if you like.
Yeah, you would want that, wouldn't you? Slaps your hand.
Hey,
Why you think? Because I'm 2 foot nothing? Not even 2 foot. I'm like 3 centimeter nothing and made of fairy dust that won't start some shit.
no, I think you will. Like, you're a lot to deal with.
Yeah,
I'm not-
that's sit down, bitch. Yeah.
No, I'm not going. No. Sorry, we've gotten this mistaken. Hold on. Just because
So, as my new fledgling underling lady, this Eladrin will do as I command.
okay.
Good luck to you.
Well, I already
So-
do what Dave commands. So Dave is the commander. But okay. Oh wait, we haven't. No. Dave doesn't control me. No.
I'm sensing some odd vibes from you, lady. I'm gonna go over here to this person, and she floats in between Coda's horns.
Wait, hey, I thought I was your friend. What the hell?
It's like, yeah, so you guys need to report back to Baron von Old Person and Wub. So yeah, let's go, or we can go when you're ready. I don't care. And she's asleep in between Coda's horns.
Coda's just not moving. He's just completely still. He's just afraid that she'll fight him if he moves, so he's just completely still.
Can someone remind me which one Wub is? Is Wub
Yeah,
the
I have a
ghost
character.
lady?
Who's Wub?
You guys don't know who Wub is.
We don't know.
Alright.
Yes, since I don't
I'm
think we know.
sorry, I didn't know. No, I was just have I read about? Do I know who this is?
You've read about Wub. You have not met Wub in character.
Okay.
Oh, I don't even remember. Good. Well,
How do we know we can trust her?
I don't know. Pixies are kind of stupid, but they're
Don't
rarely.
say anything. She's gonna hurt me. She's on my head.
Look, I'm just saying, we just got badly burned.
As I goes over to Isadora and just places his hand on her shoulder, like, Isadora, you will never meet anyone more willing to kind of just be aware of what we've just gone through than me. I fully think that we were played for fools. However, I don't think people know who the Baron is. So I feel like if we're being called from the Baron, it should be fine. Equally, if we have to go back to where we already know where they are, there's an army of goblins there. They'll fight, we won't. They'll die, we won't.
Hey.
Well, look, you're tough, but maybe it should be fine. Pixies are weird.
Dave pats you on the shoulder, Esme, and I was like, "Oh yeah, when you guys were in your space
desert.
in space desert." Okay, not getting into that.
Your
friend,
asshole.
I know, but hey, whoa, hey. Listen, your friend Derridon showed up.
Oh shit, he's alive!
Yes,
Oh,
him and
Darren. I was like, who the fuck is Darren now?
Who the fuck is there?
No, he's like, look, him and his are okay. They're just regaining their efforts. They're still on. They said to me to tell you that they're still on the team, and he winked. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure if it's a weird cult sex thing. I'm not sure. I'm confused. I didn't want to read his thoughts. I've been told by Greta that's rude, so I'm trying to be trying to change myself for the better.
What's
But
Greta
it's-
telling you these things?
I mean, we kind of literally fought and nearly died together, so we had some chats.
Well, why won't you listen to me when I tell you that it's
Literally, all I ever do is do what you say. Like literally, it's all I do. I literally do everything you say. Like if you're like, oh Dave, I'm gonna do this, I'm like, okay, I'll do that then.
Hey, look, I think you did really well, and I'm going to
Hello?
give you some of my earnings from Space Desert.
Hello.
Space Desert.
Darren went all really fucking weird for me there.
I think it was
Oh,
just him.
Yeah, I was making fun of Esme.
Oh no, I know you were.
Oh,
It just was interpreted as like static.
Oh, okay, I apologize. I'll move my mic and such. But yeah, he's like, yeah, so Derridon's okay. They're just like currently like he's helping, the hand, oddly enough, and dig people. Well, like yeah, like it's been a group effort trying to like dig civilians out of like rubble and all that. It's like most of them are okay, but he's doing it as a citizen of Dagdom sort of thing because we got to put that shit to the side and help the innocent. But yeah, he's still a team player. He says, not sure what that means. He just said, tell the Baron that. I don't know. Oh, the Baron, I've been there. Never mind. Dave didn't say that. Ha ha, silly Darren. Whoa, I'm good at this. So yeah, guys.
Well, that's good to know at least.
yeah. What time
What
of day?
what about the Jade Helms? Like who's in charge right now?
I think they're all dead.
No, why? Yeah, but I mean, who's taking over control of Dagdom now? Power vacuum, bro.
He's like, I don't know. As far as I know, the king survived. Like, it was very close, but I believe the people who defeated the people blowing up the castles essentially saved his life. So, good job, guys. He slaps Esme on the shoulder.
No,
I didn't think you were gonna finish that sentence with some shoulder.
No, Dave has moved past that. He's accepted that him and Esme will never ever be a thing. He's made peace. Yeah, we know. No.
Thanks, Darren.
No. But yeah, he's like, yeah. So well done. Like you guys apparently saved the king of Dagdom, and they're kind of like asking who did it. So I'm not sure if you guys want that kind of attention and or heat, but you could always go and meet someone and claim that fame. But again, I'm not sure what that would entail. But that's up to you. That's not me. I am just, hey, I'm here. I stopped boulders killing me. I haven't eaten in a long time. I think I'm bleeding internally, but it's okay. But Greta's a doctor apparently. She says that's where the blood's meant to go. It's fine.
you've been playing doctor with Greta. You little blue shit.
Every boy needs a hobby.
What kind of sick ass roleplay? I'm the Doctor Dwarf and you're the fucking like monstrous space other. Like
Clerical to you now.
like a weird sexy ET. I don't like it.
It was a sexy party.
Sexy party. As I was just like, okay, let's all go to bed, and we'll talk about this in the morning. I don't care what time it is. We're going to bed now, and when we wake up, it'll be morning because we've been through a lot.
Neato, gang. 1 second. Because everybody gets a dream.
Oh boy!
Oh,
Darren.
God.
Before Esme gets her dream, Esme full on goes out to the alleyway to wait for a certain person to come and visit.
That's fair. Word travels fast that a bunch of travelers like appeared suddenly again on the streets, and Esme is greeted by a friend, and it's very romantic. And by romantic, I mean not in the least bit romantic, more primal than anything else.
It is disgusting.
It is. Everyone can hear it too. Everybody can hear it, like the entire night.
But guys, it just sounds like fighting because that's all it starts off as, and it doesn't get any less like. No. Don't worry, Rizbit. You're the one true love. This woman is just, working out the aggression. Esme will calm down in a while, and then she'll be like, she'll be worth dating. Ooh, I got sent a text file. I do love a good text file.
Are you sending these on Facebook, Darren?
I am, yeah, because like copying and pasting them into a whisper is just no.
Definitely won't work.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I just need to send Amy now, and we're done. Like as in the dreams have been sent. So I'll send
We're
that,
finished.
and I'll go grab some water while you guys read through.
Oh, that's actually a good call. I might go and pee and also make more tea.
Will we break?
Okay, to my knowledge, that is the last dream sent. So while you guys
Shall we
read
do an
them
early
and such,
break?
I'm
Just do a 10-minute break.
yeah, an early break. Sure, yeah, 10-minute
Yeah.
break then. Sure, I'm just gonna
Okay.
do that. Cool, awesome.
Cool. Alright. Bye stream, back in 10 minutes.
Whew. There's reading to do. Isadora gets up before anyone else, and
Bleaches
she
her
sits
eyes.
by the window of her room. Yeah. And she's just strumming quietly. It's nothing. It's not even a song in particular. She's just sort of plucking the strings really absent-mindedly.
Esme wanders down and, like, basically goes to the bar, brings tea, like, basically does the Esme side of things, where it's like, where everyone else is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the Esme side of things where she basically just starts putting things together for, like, breakfast and, like, all of that, while everyone else is still kind of recovering around them. It's like, this is fine. Esme just sits beside her. Doesn't talk. She just kicks up her feet on the windowsill beside her. She's like, yeah, this is nice.
After a little while, if Esme's still hanging around,
Yeah,
She
she's sticking
turns-
around until
she turns to her and says, "Do you know, I've never actually written a song. I mean, everything I've played, everything I sing, it's something I've learned or picked up or just plain stolen from someone else. I never actually... I didn't even think I could make my own music."
that's
That's weird, isn't it?
that's a strange one. I've never really been talented in that manner. My parents tried. Oh, they tried, but that was never my thing. I could probably write, but I don't. That's not what I'm going to end up doing, I don't think. But writing your own music, I would have expected, not to put the pressure on you to have done it, but I would have thought that you would have written something. At the very least, you've got stories to tell, to put them in.
God
both.
knows I've got plenty
I'm not
of
going to say all of them are great, but at least some of them would be entertaining. Maybe change the names.
No, a bit more than that. Well, maybe. If I feel like being nice. She nudges her.
That's fair. That's very fair. Oh god, kindness wouldn't go missing this girl.
God knows we're short of it lately.
L on the table, like 2 fingers to the side of her head. It's like, ah!
Isn't
Yesy. Easy. Yesy, Izzy.
I'm gonna ask you something a little embarrassing.
You ask away.
Will you teach me how to write?
That I can do. And that I will do.
I spent so long thinking I could just bluff it and get away with it, but now I want to know. Not just because I feel like I should. I want to be able to put things down. I want to make something. I've never wanted to make something before.
Well, I'll do my best. I'm not sure what kind of a teacher I'll be, but I will teach you what I can, at the very least, to write and read, and who knows, I might even be able to teach you how to sneak some secret messages into things. Because
Thank you.
that's why I don't do it. Not a problem. And she just kind of like reaches over and pats her on the hand. She says, I look forward to hearing whatever it is you first.
I'll
And then
dedicate
she also
my
welcomes-
first composition to you.
Oh, that's nice. And she also welcomes Risbeth to the table.
Ah, morning.
Good morning. Is everyone feeling rested? I'm feeling particularly rested.
Yeah, actually. I didn't think I'd sleep at all after the kind of the shit weeks we've just had. God, how long we were in that fucking desert. It must have been weeks.
And yet, it was a day. Like, a day. The weirdest part. What about you, Rizzy Riz?
Is Laura here?
Yeah, Darren, sorry, still
Oh.
reading.
Okay, no, that's fine.
For
No, I just realized,
fuck's
like,
sake,
you've
no.
been so quiet. I was like, have we been like
Yeah,
playing
he'll
with the
come down in a
streams? That...
second. I'm just trying to read this one more
This
time
is my
before I-
emotions.
Before I come down.
Yeah, you missed Isadora's emotions, Coda. What the hell?
Yeah, I had my thing typed out, my emotions, and I was like, Risbeth ain't gonna interrupt that.
Yeah, Riz. How did you sleep? Are you...
Good, I killed a dragon.
I mean, dreams are fun.
Yeah. I got a sword, I killed a dragon, I got the princess.
Oh, cool.
And her
That
62
sounds like a fun
identical
dream.
It was.
sister.
What did you say there?
When he was like, I got the princess, and I was like, and her 64 identical sisters.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god.
That is what happened, I got 64.
Yeah, I remember hearing it.
Risbeth, I wrote Risbeth last. Because, like, after writing them all, I was like,
Oh.
fuck. My brain was, like, leaking out my ear. And I was like, I'm going to give Risbeth, like, a crayon drawing, just funny dream. Because why the fuck not? It's my favorite thing.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, the party are eventually, like, joined by, like, you know, Dave and Greta and the usual suspects.
I feel like Coda comes down last.
Yeah, I thought so. I feel that too. I feel like he stayed upstairs the longest, agonizing over his dream, also talking to Renan, also just generally freaking out. It's really like
The pixie that is known as Sunny is, like, essentially sitting on your table, but at a mini table.
Oh my
like
god.
one of those hamster, like one of those hamster.
Yeah.
And just like eating, like, you know, like basically your basic hangover fry, and it's like.
Stop. I love her. I love Sunny so much. Oh god. Oh god, Sunny. Anyway, no, work away. I'm just like, whatever food can be spared, Esme will happily eat something. And yeah.
It's like that scene from. It's like the end after credit scene of the Avengers. Everyone's just eating shawarma. It's
Yeah.
like,
I like the idea that Esme essentially makes a point of kind of helping bring the food over, and I kind of, just the way I imagine it is that it's the making a meal for as many people as possible out of the bare minimum of food that is still in the inn. So it's
Yeah.
all cooked together, and then it's dished out. And Esme
Sure.
makes a point of dishing out like a little bit of food to everyone. And she does the thing. I was like, will you eat that? Will you not? Cool, good. This is yours. And then she just basically dishes out. And then sits down after even Coda has come down and had a plate put in front of him and everything. And then sits down. And then it's breakfast, essentially.
so you guys eat breakfast and all that jazz. It's all good in the hood. As it's a case of like a silence, they put their knives and forks down, that sort of thing. Like Sunny kind of perkers up and she's like, right, so yeah, I'm gonna go back and just essentially like finish my task of like finding you all, telling you that like the Baron would just like a general sit rep. Do you want me to pass on a message or do you want to do it personally? I got the implication that he wants to talk to you in person. But if you have pressing matters, I'm sure he wouldn't find an issue with me delivering a message.
Well, where is he? Is he back in his manor?
He's back in his estate, yeah.
Just a very quick question. You mentioned someone named Wub. Who's Wub?
Wub's my boss. He owns a tavern. His tavern special, it appeared in the Baron's garden. They kind of worked out an agreement, you know, the army of goblin, destroy it, which is great because that's where I live. But yeah, it's if you want to know about Wub, you're gonna have to talk to Wub.
Oh
It's-
no, that's fine. I just
like-
asked.
And Wub is first and foremost a barkeep, a tavern owner, all that jazz. But he likes stories, and he's usually always got odd jobs here and there. But yeah, so obviously we don't have to leave at this exact moment. And she points to the desk. It's like, I'm just saying,
I have a few.
we probably couldn't leave it. But if you guys have some things you want to do, we could I can basically send a message to Wub, be like, hey, we're alive. We'll meet you soon. That kind of thing.
There's a few bits and pieces I'd like to do here before we jet off.
Yeah,
I
she essentially sits back in her chair and she's like, yeah, sure, find me when you guys want to leave. Like that kind of thing.
Ezra kind of speaks to everyone then, and she says, I do think it would be to our benefit, collectively, to actually head back and go to somewhere that she puts up she does the air quotes of, head somewhere safe. I think we need a break, and I think that break might be best found there. Any thoughts? Cody, you're being very quiet. Essentially, Esme suggests that the party head back to the Baron's Manor and kind of debrief for a few days or for a week or whatever, if that's what people want to do, and just allow a breather after a lot of very heavy work.
A lot of heavy business, and as I've made abundantly clear in the past, I do not want to stay in this shitberg any longer than I have to.
I have a few things I want to do around here.
That's fine.
But then
I
we'll-
can take
then we
care of
can-
it.
I want to ask if anywhere else was hit.
Say that again?
I want to see if anywhere else was hit when Laureate appeared here. If any other damage was done.
Yeah. We better check that out as well.
Riz was just happy to go with the flow.
Cool. All right, so guys,
What are the Torch Bears gonna do?
that's actually a solid. Wrath, essentially the troublesome trio, greet you, and Wrath is like, right. So we've talked with the angels, and we got a general situation report of what happened, and they've done swoops and sweeps of the town and can't find any trace of that lich or her men. And we're gonna again probably stay here for a few days, do a sweep, see who we can heal, and when it's kind of like a general status quo has descended, we'll probably return to Orion and finish that whole giant debacle down there. And if we have back.
As my last at the pawn.
Wrath, Grace, Vigilance, thank you so much for all your help in a very, very weird fucking situation.
It's just like, yeah, no one's woke up, and I honestly expected to have sand in my face, but yet here we are, and slightly better off town? I'm unsure, but yeah, it's been real, guys. I like how anytime we meet you guys, it's never ever boring.
Esme holds out her hand to shake Wrath.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Oh yeah, she completely means it as like, man, we are always in this shit soup. Yeah, Wrath, is just like, it's like, don't be a stranger, guys. If you're in Orion, come see us.
I think
Let's not do the world-ending thing next time. Let's maybe just meet for dinner or something. Might be a thought.
For a general chat, a few drinks.
Slightly less dimension warping.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I am not about that life. Yeah, they bid you farewell, and at this time as well, Renan essentially again, I've explained to others, but I don't feel comfortable RPing other people's PCs. Oh god, my fan just went nuclear. Thank you, fan. But yeah, essentially, like Renan is gonna like tag along with them on their way down, and like given what's happened in Dagdom, he's just gonna kind of like set up camp in Aerith. I'm kind of like he's like, oh yeah, no, I'll like keep in touch with you guys through letter, and it'll be fine. We'll find each other. It'll be cool. It's just given this, I'm just gonna like basically make sure Aerith is a-okay, and people exchange hugs. It's nice. It's it's a nice departure. So he's just like, see you guys, and like they all kind of like walk off together into the sunset, so to speak. Oh, and the sunrise, it's morning. So yeah, the day rise, that one. But yeah, it's nice. Like yeah, the day rise. But yeah, so that's a case of like that. It's like, oh, we'll keep in contact. We'll be dead. We'll send each other things in the post. It'll be cute. We'll be pen pals.
Under a mountain.
I mean, I like to think. Sure. Yeah, like also, shit, man. 1-800 nukes. Am I right? Oh, but yeah. So the torchbearers bid their farewell, and they're like, look, we're gonna like obviously research into the whole Oriette thing, and the monolith, whatever that is. But once we find anything colossal in terms of research or like a breakthrough, you're the first people we're gonna talk to.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they just do like the Pokemon like walking and waving for the next 20 minutes kind of thing. But yeah, guys, so you guys have checklists. You wish to do some things before we I guess take up Sunny on her insta travel to the Baron essentially. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Does anyone else have things they want to
You
do?
with your checklist, Neil. It's fine.
Yeah,
just do
you
your
go
thing.
ahead.
Hold on one sec.
Risbet does, but it'll take too long to do here.
What do you want to do?
Find like a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure
Yep.
Goblin Camp has a black. Does the Goblin Camp have a blacksmith?
It does now.
Cool.
No, not in like it responds to you as in like enough time has passed that they've kind of set up shop.
Oh yeah, I figured that.
And there
there was
definitely
a
isn't
forge.
some-
There was canonically a forge.
There
at the
was,
Baron's
and
Quarters.
yeah.
I made the goblin hands there.
Yeah, and
Definitely
it's definitely isn't being, used by certain darklings or anything, so it'll be fun.
Oh, cute.
Oh my god, the
So,
babies.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. There's a few people and places I want to see before we leave.
Yeah, cool.
I don't remember where the gang. I can't even remember what Darden's troop are
Crows,
called.
isn't
The crows. What are they called there? The something crows.
Dagdom grows.
The Dagdom crows. There we go, Neil. Oh my god, the DC. Yeah, I want to go and find one or more, preferably Darden, but potentially any of them. Yeah. Does anyone remember where they hid out?
I think it
Was-
in the common area, wasn't it?
Was their hideout the giant Kenku Tower, or was that something?
No.
No, they were in like a house.
Can't remember what
They were in that district, but you guys have a rough idea. It's like you spend kind of a while, kind of like, is it this one? And as you're trying to find the exact alleyway that the hideout's down, you hear the booming voice of Darden. He's like, "Oh hey, oh hey." Wingham or Killam said he saw you guys wandering around the alleyways. I'm assuming you're trying to find our place.
Yes.
Oh, you're alive.
But that was
I am. I'm glad you guys are alive too. Yeah, it was crazy. A lot of debris and rubble fell on our humble abode. So we've just been kind of helped out with the main excavations and rescuing, and we kind of seems to have been kind of normalized now to the point where it's anyone who's been found is either regrettably dead or is just stable enough that the clerics can do things that I do not possess. So we kind of are currently working on digging half our house out of rubble. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are safe. You guys kind of disappeared for a while, huh?
we ended up being sent away by the woman who attacked Dagden. Which I feel like we should all probably take as being something of an honor, because she thought we were too meddlesome to allow to keep around. But equally, we were sent to a desert plain, and it was very, very, very
Bad
much
time.
a lot of things
Oh.
happening.
Okay, that. Hopefully, I don't think I would have stuck it out somewhere like that. That whole head planer. No, thank you. I like my feet on this ground. Thank you very much.
Same. Very much the same. Do you... So, just... I've led us here because I have a few questions and also something that I want to remind you of.
Yeah,
But
shoot.
start
I
with
hopefully have answers.
I'm assuming that there's been a public statement about what happened in the arcane sector.
Yeah, it's magical item malfunction.
I would guess as much.
Yeah, one of the siege enemies' silly carts exploded apparently and took out, about a quarter of the sector. But hey, yeah, I'm sure that's definitely what happened.
That sounds like exactly what happened.
I mean, if it was a simple malfunction, like those tall brutes with the hoods wouldn't be walking around. So
Tall brutes.
I don't know. They're kind of spooky looking. They're like these weird hand fellas. They carry giant axes. Don't talk. Almost are tall as those golden boys, but twice as wide. I don't know. They're spooky. I didn't get near them, but yeah, there's I've seen 2 or 3 of them walking around the arcane sector. And I don't know.
And have your listening ears heard anything closer to what might have actually happened?
To be bluntly, some of our contacts actually got killed in the scuffle. Yeah, no, one or two have stated that the running theory is that the attacking person, I don't know her name, but the weird
Gloria.
Yeah, the weird zombie lady. Yeah, I think she was after either something specific or just information in the sector, and to cover her tracks, she blew up half of it. So, it'll take the hand, God knows, or gods knows how long to compile what was there, and then what could she have possibly it's just, oh, the thought of all that paper alone makes me want to die. But yeah, that's the only theory that the 2 out of the 10 in contacts we had, the ones that are alive, have, and they said they have nothing else because it's just too fresh of a wound at the moment to kind of poke the right corners to get an answer, because obviously they don't want to blow their cover or anything like that, or get caught. So we didn't press too hard, but we're still in the good fight.
Do you think you can maybe get in contact if they find out anything more?
Say that again, sorry. Go on.
Do you think maybe you could get in contact if they find out anything more?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, they ask for time. They need some time to sift through the data, and they'll get to us. So when they get to us, I'll get to you / the Baron. Working on that, but I'm sure we'll talk.
Speaking of contacts and connections, I believe I spoke to you previously about the potential of having a contact from my guild join and work with.
Oh, yes, the nasty boy.
Yes. I'm going to send a letter from here if there are carts going to Uria, or if not, I will get a letter, or I'll get a communication to the people I need to talk to and ask that someone gets sent as soon as possible. Basically take advantage of the less than stringent and strict guarding that will be happening in the wake of this disaster, and it'll be easier for someone to slip in and become, part of the community.
Well, yeah, truth be told, I trust you guys. You guys seem pretty solid. If you send someone here, they'll probably be on a very short leash, just the nature of the beast in a sense.
Of course.
But obviously, if they're legit, there's nothing to worry about. It'll be all good. It's just I'm just saying that up front. Don't tell them it's going to be biscuits and gravy, and then we kind of just keep our distance for a while. But yeah, no, I'm open to the concept. Like, you set up you have your people get in contact with us, and we'll go from there. It's like
We'll be
networking is good.
what the way I will be explaining it to my higher ups will be someone will be sent from this group, from that guild, to become a member of the Dagdom Crows, and they will be there to keep an eye on bigger threats that are happening, and will report back to the Nasty Boys, but don't necessarily need to report back on absolutely everything.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I get you.
if internal things happen and that person decides they can no longer trust either party involved, it's their job to get away from whoever and kind of protect themselves.
Yeah. Usual rundown.
Avoiding splitting us versus them, but making it sure that this person knows they have to listen to you and your team, because they'll be working for you, not with you, but they will still be working with the Nasty Boys. That's essentially it.
Yeah, no, he's very much up for this. He's like, yeah, no, that's good. It'll be funky, but in the long run, I think it'll benefit everyone. And we'll, at the moment now, we just need time. We need time to get our heads together, sharpen the blades, collect the data, and go from there.
Our delightful bard Isadora actually asked a very important question earlier of some of people who might not be as well versed. With the Jade Helms out of the way, who is likely to become? Has there been
officially the king is still the king, and now with the Jade Helms out, the king will be more kingly than usual because the Jade Helms. One of the rival families. Yeah, one of the.
Exploding.
Someone's mic just very much amped up the interference. Yeah.
Hello.
Darren,
I think it's you,
you.
Darren.
It's you.
Yeah, sounds like Darren.
It's
That
you.
is awful.
It's all for you.
No. Darren's gone.
How's
DM's away.
Our city now.
Jade Helms.
We're the new Jade Helms.
Out of our way!
Hopefully. Well,
Darren.
ED?
Hello.
Oh, seems
Hey.
fine now. Seems grand.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I literally had no idea.
It
I
was
didn't
just
do anything.
all feedback.
It just exploded.
Okay,
No reason.
I apologize to your ears and such. Yeah, essentially the Jade Helms out of the picture. One of the rival families will probably try seize their land and or position, but that probably won't happen for a while. But also because the Jade Helms are missing, the king will certainly have more support now because it's literally a case of out of the two options, one of them is dead, so most people are going to go with the other one. That kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. We were just making sure that if the king was the last resort, he might be slightly less corruptible, and that there wasn't going to be as
It might be a bit more straight shooty now, so hopefully that's the case.
hopefully.
Ugh.
Other than that, I think the only thing we can offer is a handshake, a hearty well done, and hopefully not a goodbye forever.
Oh, I hope not. I hope we have many adventures. Hopefully not. The literal city is crumbling around us adventures, but small ones. Like, let's take on a bounty sometime together. That'd be fun.
Let's do lunch.
Let's do lunch. Let's do thief lunch.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like hugs and handshakes are given. It's all G.
Okay, well that's the end of that one.
Check.
What's next on your list?
Let's go to the arcane sector.
I don't think it'll let us anywhere near it.
I'm
Go
not
to the
going
arcane
lie-
sector.
I'm not going to lie to you, Coda. I don't think they will either. So I'm going to potentially try and sneak into the arcane sector.
Well, let's see if that's necessary.
Hopefully not.
You guys traverse the city. When you kind of get when you guys kind of get close to the blast, is very much hand of Uria everywhere. Like you even pass like one or two seekers who are clearly engaged in conversation, kind of thing. And as you get like a couple of blocks away from where it would apparently has happened, like you just meet essentially just like roadblocks and armed guards who are like, hey, civilian, we're still like, volatile magic items back here, we're still making sure it's safe for you citizens to go home. Haha.
Esme just like waves a hand, says, of course, we're not seeking any major fights or issues, and just continues walking and starts kind of, essentially she's leading the party around Arcane Sector. Are there any buildings that have been like, so what is in the Arcane Sector? Not like the full rundown, this shop and this shop, like what kind of buildings are in here?
Yeah, it's a mix and match. It's basically just like a city district of all like various shapes and sizes. It's more themed. It's more like the shops. The shops you'd find are certainly more magical and alchemical and that kind of thing. Like it's more like named such a thing because if you want to get magic stuff, you go to the arcane district. So like, put it all in one area. But a lot of the shops would have like spires and mini towers, like reminiscent of like like mage or wizard towers, that kind of thing. But there is a lot of like traditionally shaped shops.
Esme is looking for a bookshop of some kind, or a library, or some kind of knowledge source, for the most part.
You wouldn't have known through Dave, who spent his time there. The Dagdam library would have been in the quote unquote blast radius.
Huge. And then is there any are there any shops that have been damaged about the place that might have that basically have been abandoned or anything that we could just have?
Like there's shut open, or like half the walls been blown open, and like clearly the owner has just been like, I'll deal with that on Monday.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of derelict and or abandoned houses, kind of thing, or buildings around that house.
Yeah. Essentially, I'm just looking for a book on not this is what a lich is, but something that would give her like a glossary of terms that might basically explain more what Laureate is and what they might be up against. So is there a possibility of like going into the houses or former shops and just having a sneak around?
Yeah, like give me an old investigation to be like, okay, team, spread out and find anything on that topic.
Can I trade your sister with that?
If someone does want to give me an assist on that, that'd be great. To just even keep their eyes out
21.
and looking around. Huge. So I roll with advantage. Do I have 6 or 8? 6 or 8? 6 or 8?
I don't know.
6. It's only 6. Okay. 25.
It takes you about 2 hours, but you find essentially an introduction to the concepts and practices of necromancy. Reckon it's quite a thick tome despite being an introduction, and like there's certainly like seems to be chapters about like extending life forces and stuff, like the bare bones of like what you might think. Right. But it's quite hefty in the sense that you reckon it's going to take you a few days of like or nights of like proper study to like read it over. Like
that's like she's going to take this away with her, not to read in the next 10 minutes and get answers, mostly to basically have on hand to like take time and investigate like how do is there a specific way to depower this person? What kind of abilities can we expect them to have if we ever encounter them again? Kind of stuff like that. General lich information, nothing specifically about Laureate, just to kind of cement it in there so that we know how to fight them. And yeah. And then she returns. We all return to the party and leave the arcane sector.
Cute.
He's like, I have saved the last location.
Hold on there, Esme.
Oh.
Can everyone shout out their passives again?
Oh boy.
16.
As a perception, yeah?
Yes, please. Sorry.
14.
11.
Cool. Esme and Coda. As you guys essentially leave the arcane district, having like did what you had to do, like down one of the side alleys as you pass, you notice like a hooded figure essentially like looking at you guys, like peeking around the corner and just kind of like staring at you.
Esme just holds up both hands and doesn't move. Like, if anything, she just makes sure that she steps more. Like, if she steps more into the alleyway to ensure that anyone who doesn't want to be seen won't be seen talking to them and stuff like that. He's like, yes, and Esme pretty much like whisper explains that to the party. Is like, that's what she's doing. If someone's looking for us, let's let them see us and speak to us rather than assume they're going to kill. Like, rather than let things lie. And if the person doesn't come forward when that happens, Esme basically just says, if you need to speak to us, come and do so. We mean we'll do you no harm. No harm.
The very tall being essentially like hears you out. Like they're about like maybe 20 feet away from you, and doesn't seem to like essentially it's a sphinx. They just don't like respond to what Esme says, and they just kind of like slink back from the side of the alley they were on, and you hear a bell ringing. Like it's just like very like small tolls, like like dong, dong, like that sort of thing, and you get this a sharp smell of incense up your nose. And they don't seem to reappear.
Can we go and just see what happened down the end of that alley there?
Yeah, when you peek at the corner, there is a fading cloud of incense. Again, it's like in really sharp up your nose kind of things, but it is a dead end, and there is no one there.
Isadora?
Yeah.
Can you sense any magic around here?
Yeah,
Just to see
I'm
if that
gonna
was
magic. Darren?
Yeah, you do that. Sorry, I wanted to double check stuff. But yeah, you cast detect magic, and I will tell you that. I believe this actually has a legitimate school of magic. Uno momento, friendo.
That's the thing.
No, yeah, because because certain like abilities are essentially modified with other spells and such, because it's just easier to work off templates. And I'm just like, what is the base that I'm working on? Isadora, you detect a colossal, and I mean very high power surge, fading very quickly, as it's a case of like you guys like briskly went to check, of transmutation magic.
I tell this to the others.
That usually means transforming things, yeah?
Yeah.
What someone's always after us. Someone's always after us.
It's almost
That's-
comforting to see it again.
Bell.
Yeah,
Few
it's
days.
nice to see that people care about us. So
Darren, would the bell or the incense be familiar in any way to us?
No, it genuinely wouldn't. Like you guys would know what incense is and have probably smelled it, but this is very harsh.
What?
Because
Like just a generally incensey smell, or
Yeah,
does it smell like anything particular?
No, it's basically if someone just piled in generic incense like far too much for the the smoke thingamajigger. I can't remember the actual name. But yeah, it's very it's very like a very strong aroma. It's like really invasive, like it just kind of like almost shoots up the nostrils kind of thing.
okay.
It's
I
a set of
think-
eyes to be aware of.
Yeah,
Great.
let's just
Wonderful.
well played. As it just says, like, let's not ignore it, but let's deal with it as it comes. If they won't speak to us, we can't be expected. We won't track them down this time. The last place that we need to go is probably the place people will want to go least. I think we should
Where?
tell them that. I think we should tell them we're the ones who like helped secure the castle, and I think we need to tell the hand that.
Why?
We're getting a reputation, and while visibly that reputation, while in practice that reputation is a double-edged, like, okay, it's a double-edged sword. Having it is good, but it is also bad, and it's that simple. We can continue to not promote ourselves, but we can continue this trend of ensuring that people know who's doing this, who's actually out there doing the work. We don't tell them to put our name ahead of theirs on the banner that says congrats and thank you. We do it because it's important that it's done. The people who need help will know we're there.
They'll know we're collaborating, like that we're working with the hand, that we're working with their queen, and not everyone is going to like that.
No,
not everyone will like that.
I don't want to be associated with them. I don't mind the idea of taking responsibility and people knowing what we've done, but I do not want to just be second fiddle to them.
It's not even about second fiddle. It's
being associated with them at all. I know. I don't want to be.
She ushers everyone close. No, she ushers everyone close. I mean, in case you've forgotten, we're trying to start a revolution. Do we really want these people to know our names and our faces?
I want people like the Baron and Derridon to know our names and faces. I do not want the general public to associate us with the Hand.
The people who matter, the people who will be able to sell John Everyman on the fact that we're the ones out there for them, not for fame, not for glory, not for fame, not to get into the Hand. We'll be telling them that. It's the people like Derridon. It's the people like.
So we let Derridon and
Boria
know our faces. We do not put ourselves so much in the limelight.
The only reason that I would suggest it is that we've already been told that if it's actually, I don't even think it's a case of it being a possibility. I think it's an inevitability. When we go to Uria, we're going to be dragged before and we can either go. I'm going to tell you something with the most honest heart. Do you honestly want to go to Uria and not get even the option of seeing your family? If we go to Uria, we can't go anywhere that we would be known to go. We can't go near Vern. We can't go near your family. We can't go near anyone in there. We would actually have to, for us to get away with it, we'd merely need to be hiding in plain sight and working in the Mages District or in the Mechanist District because they know us. The Ashalan thing was something we couldn't walk away from, and it put us on a track where we have those stupid pins to say we're friends of the Hand. Was that Ashalan? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
What?
They say that's they know who we are, and we're going to get put before her at some point, and I don't think it's going to be our choice to do it. They will make it look like our choice, and they will even say, sleep on it. You can go to your beds and rest, and then you can talk. You can think about it in the morning. But I will fully and utterly believe that before that morning comes, we will be taken with bags over our heads to stand in judgment of this woman. And when the time comes, I'm going to say the exact same thing I'm saying now, because I'm going to say that I would sooner walk in there and not have my head held high as though I'm going to work with it, but have my head held high in the knowledge I'm working, and as Isidore rightly said, working against her because I do not trust her, because I do not trust her organization, because I do not trust anything that's going on here, because I do not believe that the rights of the Warforged should be infringed upon. I don't believe that the rights of anyone should be infringed upon, and I don't believe that we are truly free with her in charge. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a queen. I'm just saying that queen isn't the one that I'm willing to. However, when we walk in there, if we walk in there with as many names, titles, and favors under our belt, they can't kill us so quickly and make us disappear. And equally, we get access to people that we might find useful the higher up we go. I'm not going to say, I've done it before where I've just literally ignored everything that everyone said and just walked off and done it anyway. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just making the point of saying that there's two ways to play this. There's the way to play this where we don't engage with them at all, and any engagement we have with them is forced, is fully against our will. But if we have things to our name, if the people know that we were the heroes of Borea, we were the heroes of Ashalan, we were the heroes of Dagdom, it means they can't disappear us, because when we go missing, people will start asking questions.
Esme?
Yes.
I get the awful feeling I'm going to be saying this more often from now on.
Oh no. No,
I
no.
hate when you're right.
That's so sad. Coda, I'm not going to do it.
There
If
are eyes
everyone's not on board.
everywhere in Uria. We're not going to get out from under that if we go back there.
If everyone's not on board, we're not doing it. That's fine. But it's the case of Ezra just kind of like, she doesn't raise her hands high. She just kind of like holds them outside. Ethan's eyes. Coda, what do we do?
I'll follow you.
No, are you?
Look, last time I tried to force my way of doing things, we ended up in a desert. I trust you.
Well, listen, I stand by. While I might have been an asshole about that, that job definitely takes. Yeah, that's nice. That was a really nice way to put that. Thanks. But no, I was just trying to
Look, I think we can all agree we hate this.
I can't force it.
It's not. It's. I mean, for me, it's not even about getting that reputation, but having as many people owe us as possible isn't a bad idea.
That's it. We can basically. I said it already. I could be fully wrong where we actually get into the area and we won't get taken anywhere near the Queen, but I don't think that's what's going to happen, because one of their commanding officers, I love this, one of their commanding officers, by virtue of our actions, got disappeared. Now, I'm not saying that the Queen knows every commanding officer in the Hand of Uria. However, I will also say that they asked, like, when the time rolls around, our reputation can protect us from her as much as it not even indebts us to her, but connects us to her. And we will contact our allies. I will fully contact every ally. We already said it to the Nasty Boys. We wear disguises of our bare faces and the symbol of the Hand of Uria the day we walk into that city again. Not because, and that is solely because we need to protect ourselves. But that does not mean that we aren't with them 100% of the way.
Not get comfortable wearing badges.
I don't think Esme has hers even on, and I don't think she would wear it.
I don't think anybody has them on, actually.
No,
I'm pretty sure most people made a point not to wear them.
It's mostly just to
and
carry.
then everybody pointed out we shouldn't, so we took it up.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll carry it, won't wear it until we have to go in there, and we'll only ever try to leverage it to our benefit or to the benefit of the people we're helping. That's it.
It is a disguise and nothing more.
That's it.
I assure you, you've got enough uncomfortableness for all of us.
Equally, yeah, it's like, that's the other side of that is like, yes, I'm also uncomfortable having to do this, but I do think it's the best course of action. Doesn't mean it's the only course of action. Doesn't mean it is absolutely the best, but the usual stuff. And hold on, but yeah, are we happy to? We'll go and do that then. We saw the. Oh my god! I wonder how dead that dwarf is from earlier. Let's go to the place we saw the dwarf get taken away by the.
The garrison.
Yeah, let's go to the.
Well, that was
garrison.
a while ago. Was that
That was
even
it.
here?
Yeah, he's probably dead, but still.
He's sleeping.
Sleeping 6 foot under with concrete boots.
Sleeping with the fishes. There's no river in Dagdale.
Yeah, as you like basically find the garrison you were once at, it's like swarming with hand soldiers. Like you see kind of like one that looks more mage-esque, walking around with like a clipboard, and he's like got spectacles on, like a half elf, like whipped back, like dark black, almost purple hair, stressed out of his eyes, and you see you guys like sauntering up, and you can just see under his breath he's like, "Oh, what now?" And he's like, "Yeah, yes, what? Who are you? Yes, we're doing everything we can to like fix this. Yeah, what do you want?"
Hi.
Hi.
We have come to just ensure that we are counted among the living post the fight with Laureate. We were seen by 3 seekers near the black monolith by the castle not long ago, and we were the people who fought around that castle to protect it from falling into the lava below. We are also the same people who worked with your organization in a Shaylin, and and she basically flashes off that pin. We mostly just want you and your organization to know that we were the people who gave you that dig out here. And
He's like puts his hand up and is like, "Okay, ho. Wait here. This is my department. I'm not taking on any extra work. You wait here. I swear to God. Zzz. Don't move." Okay.
Esme just moves from basically steps 1 inch to the left.
And he's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go. Yeah." And he walks disappears into the garden.
Whispers back to Coda, it's "See, Coda, I'm still resisting."
Riz was going to stand up next to Esme.
About 2-3 minutes later, a seeker emerges, and just strolls up to Esme. He's like, "I remember you."
Good afternoon, Seeker. I believe I was given your designation previously, but I've forgotten. Can you remind me?
That makes both of us. I think, was it 6-0? Part of me, my gut says 6-0, but I genuinely can't remember. So let's just say 6-0 for the time being, so we can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, "Yes, I saw you near the monoliths."
Oh yes.
And I've been told by Simmons that you claim to be the heroes of Dagdam, stopped the dreaded castle falling.
The dreaded, yeah. Well, we stopped the dreaded event of the castle falling, and we also spoke to, I believe it was yourself and 2 others, about the mastermind behind the entire attack, indicating that her main goal was not the castle itself at all, and we operated on that while I still hope that both yourselves and the Watch work together to actually find her and stop her. I'm not trying to put that on you. She's a very powerful witch or lich or something. She's incredibly powerful and she's incredibly dangerous. But we worked to secure the castle, and then we got teleported very far away, and then we came back, but we weren't here for a day.
Would you mind being subjected to a small test to make sure that this is all the truth and nothing but the truth?
I will.
What type of test?
One where you stand there, and if you lie, we cut your heads off. That kind of test.
I mean,
Okay.
can we drop that to if we lie, we're clapped in irons instead? Because I feel like the whole head chop.
Well, we'll see how he feels about it. I'm not really the one who has to do the test. the seeker kind of turns his head towards the garrison and like a high pitched, like basically a dog whistle, and like you know, kind of like if you were calling a dog, and it's like a really mocking tone. And from the doorway exits the same hooded figure you saw down that alleyway.
What?
And like it's like this individual is about like 7 feet tall, a couple of feet wide, like hulking brute. Clearly brandishing the robes, two layers of robes. The first robe is like the kind of like more mage orientated, like, you know, flowy Hand of Uriah one, and underneath that, where the hood is attached, is kind of a it's kind of like a white robe, and you can see like runes along it, around like the edges and stuff, in kind of a dark purple. They seem to wear kind of like a very, very dark veil drooped down on this kind of like deep hood where like you can't see the person's face. Their chest and stuff has like what looks like half plate, maybe bits of leather in there, lots of like, you know, trinkets and oddities dangling from. They kind of have a small jingle as they walk. On their belt you can see an incense holder, and connected to the bottom of the incense holder is what looks like a bell. And this individual kind of like just walks over and like hulking and large, doesn't speak, and kind of like, you know, you see the hood turn slightly to the seeker, and the seeker's like, okay, we need you to like basically validate that they're telling the truth. And this individual, like the hood just more like turns back to face Esme.
Esme, like, says that Esme basically just holds up her hand. She says, I speak on behalf of this group, and I would ask that I am the only one tested for the comfort of my for my allies, and the fact that if you test me, all of my testimony is proved true. All of our testimony is proved true.
Esme, are you by any chance going to resist whatever this individual's about to cast?
Not even close.
Cool. All right. This individual like extends a big old hand, which, like, you know, wearing gauntlet-y gloves kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The others, like basically anyone who's not Esme, has his hand on his gun. Oh, basically, to the others watching, this individual extends a hand, and from beneath the veil.
Whose face is it? Just coded.
And it was your face.
Oh my god, it's Esme's face.
Where like one would assume eyes are, like start to kind of glow shades of blues, greens, and purples.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, you know, like bleeding in and out. And Esme kind of starts to contort a little bit, kind of clearly like under the influence of some spell.
Darren, would I be able to tell what it is?
Sure, buddy, go for it. Detect thoughts, or yeah, essentially, it's like a detect thoughts astral.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Esme basically sees something different, but yeah. But hold on, I'm going to tell Esme herself privately what she sees.
Just to confirm,
so you guys, yes.
This is somewhat. Would this feel like basically kind of less, like potentially more finessed and more powerful, and less gentle than anything Dave would have done?
Oh yeah, this is like
a vicious version of what Dave would do.
No, it's not that it's vicious. It's that like its magnitude and strength is just so intense that it comes off as
vicious,
awful. Yeah, like it's
like you can tell that this person is very strong.
Yeah, it's a case of like they're doing it. Yeah, it's not a case of like they're intending it to be discomfort. It's more a case of that the magnitude that just got unloaded into Esme's head is just a case of like, oh, I can't deal with this, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, one second. Okay, 1 second.
Do 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 do. Are you sending me on Facebook just in case it gets like?
No, I'm which way. It's not. It's more just like purely an aesthetics thing. But
oh my god!
Aesthetics.
Yeah, but still, like it just needs to be like a case of like if Esme discloses, if not, it's fine. You know, it's just a case of like
I probably will, but it's more just like in case there's stuff.
Procedure like that kind of.
Left out. Do. Coda, aren't you happy that you aren't having your thoughts detected?
You turned your penis into a gun?
Oh my god! He holds it from. He shoots from the hip. It's because it's his dick.
Yeah.
The being essentially like, you know, like this individual like lowers their hand after those seconds, and you know, kind of just grunts in like what might be assumed in quotations manner, and like kind of turns to walk away, and the seeker kind of like puts his hand on its shoulder, just kind of stops and like look, like you see the hood tilt like to look at the hand, and the seeker is just like takes its hand back off its shoulder, and this individual like walks off and disappears back into the garrison.
I assume I have been proven truthful.
He's like, yeah, everything checks out. Okay, I'm gonna go get Simmons, and you guys wait here, and he'll like, you know, tell you the rest. But yeah, you know, thanks for being heroes. Woo. Seeker's just like wiggles his hand and walks off, kind of thing.
Thank you, Sitso.
Essentially, Simmons, the half elf that you saw previously, reappears, and he's like, "Oh, hey, so I've been told to give you guys this. Congrats! Apparently, you guys did a lot for us in that fight, which is pretty like, whoa. You guys set the standard." So yeah, you guys should be in Uria within the month, and when you hear tale of the, like, basically the formal dinner, we will basically just go into any random garrison and present this writ, and he like hands you like an envelope essentially that's like sealed, like a wax seal, and he's like, and we'll sort the rest out. But basically, you guys have like an audience with the Queen for your services, because you guys did a Shaylin too, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, congratulations on that. Thank you for your service, and leave the cleanup to us. And he just kind of like waddles off.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank you.
Wow.
Ezra just turns around and puts like has a death grip on Coda and Isidore's shoulders. It's like, get us to that fucking pixie now.
As we start walking away, I ask her what happened.
So, essentially, that delightful creature basically got in my head and then just saw everything that played out as I saw it, all at once. So, it was a lot. It's mostly just, I'm exhausted. So,
Well, but I mean, who were they? Like, what were they?
I have no idea what that is. If it can cast a detect, if it can
Why
get
were
cast,
they spying on us?
I suppose it's more just a statement that, regardless of what we did or did not do next, whether we spoke to the gang here in the like watch area or the garrison or not, the hand of Uria had their eyes on us. So and she just keeps dropping her voice lower and lower. So let's just get to the pixie and get the fuck out of here.
Minor retcon. I'm checking my notes. I forget that time and travel is an issue. It's not being Yuri in a month. It's like in the coming months. I apologize. Yeah, no, because like I was like, oh, that doesn't make sense, and I was like, let me check my notes. I was like, oh yeah, down here it's like in the coming months. So basically, it's like an open invitation in terms of like, you know, game rules, but just like, yeah, you're like, you know, that's a thing that's going to happen. Sorry, I apologize. In case people thought like there was like a ticking clock on what they could do. No, but that's like definitely 100% not the case. It's like, you know, one of those generic main quest that just like seems to always like be there when you just need it, that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, do continue. Yes, Pixie or something, Esme, you were saying.
Let's go and go see the pixie and get the hell out of here.
Are you okay?
I'm just tired now. that exhausted me. I'm fine, really, like generally overall totally fine. It's actually all good. Absolute honesty. But if we can get out of here where they shouldn't be, that'd be really nice. It'd be nice to feel like the people watching us are the people watching our back. She like
Just.
pats Risbeth on the shoulder. She even just kind of pulls his shoulders up close to her, like the side of her leg, and she's like, "No, I can walk. We'll get there." Mostly,
Wow.
it would seem weirder if I didn't walk. But let's go.
You guys are, you guys find the scholar. It hasn't moved, thankfully. Some of the boulders are actually currently being moved away by hand members. And yeah, when you guys enter, you see Sunny the Pixie sitting on the bar, nursing what to us would be a shot glass, but to her it's clearly a bucket of alcohol. And she's just sitting there, and she sees you come in, and she's like, "Hey guys!"
I'm going to go up to my room and get Dave to get all of his stuff together. I suggest everyone else get everyone's gear all in a line, and then let's get out of here. Here, Sonny, is this an immediate thing, or do we have to get a car, or what's going on?
Say that again, sorry, Andy.
Do we need to get a cart? Do we need to are we walking? What's going on here?
Essentially, with Sunny, do you mean to go to the barn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a case of you guys are walking, but she has pixie dust that makes it go faster. But essentially, that's what happens, but we're literally just going to be a few days later, you're at the barn kind of thing. She kind of every so often she dazzles you guys. So it's a sense of you just seem to travel slightly faster than normal. But it's a case of we'll just jump cut. But obviously, we'll do that when everyone's content to are you sure you want to proceed? ?
Yeah.
Yes or no. So yeah, when you meet Dave, he's kind of understands the urgency, and he's like, yeah, cool. He packs up and makes everything over, and he's like, okay. Risbeth, you basically be like, Greta, let's do the thing. Yeah, cool. Does anyone have any other last minute business they wish to conclude or anything like that?
Not here.
No, yeah, Esme's all done.
I'm sure there's 10,000 things I want to do, but I literally can't use my brain right now, so no.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
I regret this for weeks, but I literally can't think right now, so no.
You're never going to use that big fucking forge.
No, I didn't even go near it. Because I just can't
Nah,
right now.
That's fair. No, the forge is royal. That's a whole different kettle of fish. But don't worry, we'll get there, friends. But okay, sure. So everyone's content to press yes on the do you wish to proceed prompt?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go.
Awesome. A couple of days later, guys, you guys travel with Sunny. Kind of doesn't talk much about herself, but she is always up for a chat. The best that you know is that she got Wub did her, or she owes Wub a solid. And he was like, hey, work for me, pay back the debt, buddy. And he pays her well. It's not slave work or anything. It's not awful hours. It's just a case of oh, hey, we've got a new order and you got to go do it. It's cool, no worries, buddy. So she kind of does this kind of retrieve and chat, basically a contact. She goes out and talks to the appropriate people. Because pixies apparently have a racial ability where if they just don't want you to see them, you just don't. So it makes it easy of just finding this. Yeah, it's absolutely. The pixies are fucking deadly, but it's literally a case of she gets a detailed information of who she needs to see and just floats and finds them, and then it's literally hey, hi, pixies are real, deal with it, buddy, let's rock. But yeah, as you guys follow the familiar road, you notice that there seems to have been some gardening done to this deer. Basically the forest that hides the path is still there, but once you kind of get past a bit and get closer to the estate, you notice that it's actually looking pretty nice. You can see goblins are quite clearly doing the place up. Everyone's kind of in full swing. The biggest difference when you walk in the front gate is that there's now a gigantic tavern building in the dead center, abruptly placed, and it's terribly it's half through a wall kind of thing. Some of the bushes are now destroyed, but there's apparently a tavern in the middle of the friggin' garden.
This is back in the Barons area, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah.
One sec, did you have what's that?
No, we'll do it. I'll do it in a minute. I need to pee first, so you guys do something.
I also need to do that. So there's an impromptu 2-second pee break if
Actually,
anyone wants to.
yeah. So while you,
I do need
I'll
to
do
go.
this first. Yeah,
Huh?
you go.
Okay.
I'll do this while you.
All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Do the thing.
Okay, so while we are traveling, at the end of the first night when we rest, Esme basically sits down next to Isadora and takes out a book. She says, I picked this up while I was looking for that book for the info on Laureate. And across the front of it reads, The Songs and Tales of Perry Songfoot, Halfling Storyweaver. She says, this is a book of bardic poems, tales, songs, and stories. All of the kind of stuff that you probably, like some of these you probably already know. Some of these you sing wildly and with great passion. And I actually think that if you're to teach you how to read, it's nearly easier to teach you how to do that with something you already know than it is with brand new stuff.
Okay, yeah, no, definitely.
Basically, between the two of them, they kind of flick through, and assuming Darren is all okay with this, which I think he is, because I full on asked him, I low-key also want to find a book for this. Between them, they find a song that they both know, or that Isadora knows, and Esme starts talking to her about, basically talking to her around how to read and how to write, and basically bits and pieces of that. Does Isadora know how to read? Or is it?
No.
Does she know how to read it all?
Because it's been a good solid chunk of a year since we started traveling. And since we started traveling, she's been picking up little bits and pieces, but she's still very, very bad and she can't write at all.
Yeah, so it's basically using that first song. Esme starts to kind of teach her the bits and pieces of how to basically teaching how to read clearly, and then following that with writing, and then that basically just starts happening kind of over time. Yay! Not to remove it as though it's it's not happening anymore or whatever. It's literally just a kind of
this is the start of it.
As the party rest,
we're
doing a little bit of it, and then if Darren wants us to do checks or anything, which I think is a cool way to do it as well, just to add to it, we can talk about that. But you guys are at the tavern, and I'm going to go and pee, so you guys do that.
That's super cute. I'm almost annoyed though, because Renan had also asked Zora to teach him how to play music because he got that paper flute, and that's exactly how I was gonna do it. So I'm like, oh man, missed opportunities. But yeah, that's very cute. I love it.
I like it a lot. So you guys are in the garden of the Yogi. Before you is a tavern. It's stonework is crisp and beautiful. It doesn't look like it's looks like it's fresh off the assembly line. The stones clearly haven't seen a day of bad weather. The windows are all stained glass and all depict groups of people, clearly with staffs and sticks, clearly on adventures, always looking on the horizon, kind of haha. There's a sign hanging above the door that says Woob's Pub.
Sonny.
Yeah.
What's this fella like?
They're pretty cool. They're nice. They're fair. Don't really I never really gave it much thought. I think they're pretty neat. But to all their own, I guess. I'm gonna go in and get a drink. You guys come in when you're ready. And she finger guns as she floats backwards through a tiny door inside the big door.
How has finger gunning become a thing? There are no guns.
It's finger crossbowing.
It's finger jazz hands. Finger jazz hands.
What are you saying? What?
Sonny, Isadora asked what Wub was like, and Sonny was like, "Yeah, they're cool, whatever. Come in when you want." And basically slowly finger gun backwards through a tiny door.
Before we go in, Risbet would like to go, very quickly.
Yeah.
Go find Blacksmith of the goblins.
Mhm.
Explain this thing to them.
Yeah, it's that thing.
Give them
Yeah,
over, and then go over
the
take
guy,
them
the guy, yeah, the
and,
guy in charge is like,
basically bring back.
yeah, the guy in charge is like, it'll take a few days, boss, but we can do it for you.
Perfect, thank you. However much it is, let me know.
He's like, yeah, boy. Like the door closes.
I might be back for a spare suit of armor if I need to go out.
Are you getting
Sounds
your
good.
armor done?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Very exhausted. So what's the plan of attack, friends?
Um.
Pub?
Yeah, pub. Let's go.
Pop. Yeah, you guys enter. What is beep?
That's grand. Yeah. Sorry.
I know that's fine, man. It's understandable. You guys enter, and the pub is immediately, noticeably, straight out the gate, way bigger on the inside.
It's a fucking TARDIS.
It is like, just fucking exploding with patrons. They're like people singing, laughing, dancing, like eating meals, like just in very, very jolly. It's like not like, basically it's not Tortuga from the Pirates movies,
Yeah.
but it's like a really like, everyone's clearly enjoying
Now
happy
you're
meals
exploding again.
already.
Say something again, Darren.
Hello.
You okay now?
Weird. 1 second.
Your mic just doesn't like the fact you've been speaking for so long.
I feel like I've been
must
the
be.
one for talking.
My mic is just being wonky tonight. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, like everyone's clearly having a jolly old time. There seems to be a lot of twists and turns, back rooms. Like there's a bar in the center. There's a lot of doors are strewn about the place. There's clearly a very large spiral staircase to the left and to the right. Yeah, and people are just kind of merry. And when you come in, it's that like the bell rings and a tiefling man behind the bar kind of like looks up and he's like, "Oh hey, how you doing? You guys come on in. Want a drink?"
Yeah, definitely. I'm not looking for a hard night. I'm looking for something to basically kind of lull me into a bit of a restful stupor. What have you got for that?
He's like, I've got just the thing. Little lady, sit down.
Is there
Basically,
enough
like,
room for all of us?
they turn around to like essentially a large keg and start pouring a glass in, like the tapping it and all that jazz, and they put like before you a large tankard of like a very, very deep, rich, violet liquid that kind of has like really nice frothy bubbles. And they're like, "Oh yeah, no, that'll do exactly. Oh, you will be, cool as a cucumber, because cucumbers definitely exist."
Garrett, I would like to
Or
get rid
think-
of that.
Hey,
Yeah, they're like, "Oh hey, one
Like, even if
for
it's
all."
just one, I will just take Esme's one and drink it.
As he's like, get out. He definitely needs that first. But
Yeah,
if he could get one for all of us.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, no worries. And like someone's like, "Whoa, I need a drink," and they're like, "1 minute," and like they are basically like pouring you the drink again, and you've all seen Terminator 2, right?
Yeah.
When, like the T-1000 kind of like basically joins together with like a mimic of itself. It's the reverse of that.
So it just splits off.
Yeah, like a dwarven like lady like basically walks out of this tiefling man, and they're like, yeah, 1 second, hold your horses, buddy, no need to yell. Hey, we're all friends here. Like basically goes in the back, and like the tiefling is like currently still pouring the drinks and like sets him down. He's like, "Right, well, I'm Wub. This is my pub. What can I do for you?"
Is it called
Like,
Wolf's Pub?
You can
Well-
explain that for fucking starters.
Whoa, hey, you need to drink up, friend. You seem very tightly wound. What is with that?
I've
Is that
had a bad couple of weeks.
I mean, that's fair. But okay, let me give you the lowdown. As I've said before, I'm Wub. This is my pub. I have struck a deal with your friend Tobias to basically stay on this land and not get banished, because that would be very not great. But I Oh, fuck off, Windows! Jesus Christ. I represent a particular guild, a guild of storytellers, if you would. And we collect stories. You know, books give us life. And we caught wind of a very nice, strapping group of adventurers, I believe is you. And like from the distance, you just hear like from a tiny table that's off to the right, you just see Sonny. He's like, "Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It stops all the bad things." Yep. And they're like, "Yes, yes, Sonny, settle down." And Sonny's like, "Okay." Like just face plants into like the shock that. And they continue, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so I was going to extend to you an invitation to join said guild. It's it's nice little. You get a membership card." They kind of like whip up like it's basically like a red credit card.
Yeah.
It's like, see, you get one of these, and it's like very neat, and it's like there's all
Is it a
perks. And...
blockbuster card?
Oh God, no! I'd never put that on people. That's the hashtag cursed image or cursed items. But they continue, and it's like, oh yeah, like there's lots of benefits, and the only thing that we ask is that you tell us the story. Is that like, you know what I mean? Like we hear about odd jobs. Like there's places like this all over the world. It was started by some individual who ran a bit of a shady pub, but no one ever said anything. And to all their own to all their own, and someone else did it, and someone else, and now we're just kind of here. We collect stories in our purple books, and as long as you are content with reporting back with tales of wonder and adventure, then it's all good. Climb the ranks. Some of these guys have been doing this for like centuries. Like look at Jonathan. Like gestures to like a human man who's like probably in his 40s or 50s. He's kind of like tucked into, I guess, roast. And he's like, he's been doing this for like 500 bloody years. He's like, he just keeps going. It's like, he pays his bill and gets rewards. You know what I mean? Like,
Excuse me, what?
Excuse me, yes, what? Speak up, son.
Is this another time thing?
What? No, it's just
Well,
have
when
benefits.
you say benefit, reward, what exactly do you mean?
Like there's different tiers. Like you start off entry level. You're a rookie, a greenhorn, if you will, as it's commonly referred to. And you get some.
Scientologist, bro.
Oh my god.
Are you happy with your life? It's like, yes.
Oh Jesus.
Hello.
Fuck off.
Stop measuring my feet.
It's like no, like it's a case of like it's like any guild, like like the new guys and gals and people. They don't get the best stuff, but they get like certain perks, like any guild, really. Like recognition, friends. If you meet another traveler or storyteller, like that's the way you can identify because it's a card. And they kind of like flip the card out into their hands again. It appears like a business card. It's like if you meet any of the taverns along the way, I don't think there's many in Eretho at the minute. That's why we're kind of trying to get our feet back in here. There was a bit of an incident a couple of years ago, and we don't like to talk about it. It involved an explosion and lots of unicorns. But like look at that door over there, and there's like a blue door, and there's kind of like a lantern beside it. He's like, you scan, you're not scan because they don't know the concept, but like it's a case of like you flick the card near that lantern. What plane do you want to go to? Tell me right now. And he basically pokes Esme in the chin. It's like, tell me right now, which plane would you go to? Tick tock. Feywild, boom, and he just flings the card at the oak, and then bings the door, like cracks open, and you like hear the sounds of nature. He's like, boom, Feywild. That kind of perks. You know what I mean?
Alright, contacts, access to the planes. What?
Oh, and then there's the random rewards. You come in, you tell me this juicy story, and I leave you in a room with a card, and you flip the card up, and who knows what's going to be on that card.
Oh my god.
I have a story for you.
Yeah. Is it your dream for last night, is it?
That's a good one.
What do we have to do to get the, how do we, that you said he lasted, he's alive for centuries.
Immortality, is that what you're looking for? Well,
No.
bit of a touchy subject. Hey,
I don't think Coda would do well with immortality. He's really done well with this life.
So yeah, like
they take
Neil
Rizbit's
says
drink and take a
Cody would
swig, and they're like
disappoint
roasted. No, it's a case of like the only rules we have is don't cause harm or like obviously murder another member. Your cards will vibrate if there's like another member in the vicinity, so it's not just a case of like any bandits like, are you a member? No, stop. Are you a member? No, stop. You'll know. A little bit of mental. Oh, what's exploding? A bit of mental fun times. Pay your tab. In other words, tell us a story. We don't keep track of you, but it's a case of if you've been gone for a few months, chances are like you guys have to keep up that kind of thing. And taverns are like neutral ground. If you have beef with anyone, if like they point at Rizbit and then they point at Isadora, it's like, so you two want to kill each other. That's great. Second you walk through that door, you guys are chill. Like literally no fighting. If there's fighting in here, well, it doesn't end well for either party. Let me tell you. Oh boy,
Isadora.
That's
Pat him on the head.
that is adorable. So yeah, like there's beds upstairs. You get free board and what was it?
Food
and board. Yeah, food and board. You get food and board as long as you're here. Again, there's not a lot of us in Everthor. I think there's only like one or two of us. We're trying to change that. And that's where we need you, because if this area is ripe for adventures and stories, more of us will appear, and I also get to stay here and basically be like, haha, told you all, I'm right, you're wrong, suck it. But yeah, again, like it doesn't have to be instant. You guys can walk back out that door. You guys can pay for your drinks. You can pay for a bed. It's still a tavern. But it's like, ho hey, let's, before you jump to that conclusion, friendo. The price of admission, like the joining fee, is obviously you get a card. All the free bed booking, but you have to tell me your story, basically your origin story, essentially your backstory that you would pitch to me, like in terms of like game data or game terms. And it's like, yeah, once you do that, you're in the books, you're on the records, and honestly, just I hope you guys have amazing adventures, and I can't wait to hear about it. But it's like, let me help you, because realistically, all I stand to gain is gold and stories, and that's all I kind of want. So,
what do you do with these stories?
We store them and we tell you. Like we have basically a giant vault, well, a library that I've never been to one end or the other. It's like it seems to stretch on for eons. I've like spent weeks of my time walking into one direction, never saw another wall in sight. It was traumatizing, but no, it's fine. It's fun, but that's what we like. It's kind of our life, keeps us alive, as we love to say. And we yearn for it. And with each story, the library grows bigger, and anyone at any time, depending if you have the right ranked rookies, can't go in because the library's really serious. You can't just do it to anybody. But yeah, you can go in and take a book and read an enchanting story. It'll invigorate you, and you'll feel better about yourself. Granted, you don't read one of the depressing ones, then you know what I mean. But we trade in stories, and stories are the best kind of currency.
Do they have to be true?
Oh yes, it can't be false. All the best stories are true.
Does it have to be the whole truth?
And the truth.
Most of it. Obviously, there's going to be again. We'll have a little lie detector lantern. It's very cute. It sits beside us, and when you chat and tell me, the books fill themselves in, and essentially, if you try to pull the wool over my eyes, the lantern just vaporizes you on the spot. It's very nice. Because we're very serious about what we do here. But as long as that, yeah, you can leave out bits. It's just that you can't fabricate false teeth. Essentially, it's just tell us a story, tell us what you want, but you can't be like, oh, and then I right hooked a dragon and it died. No, come on, now stop that. Less of that silliness. Let's be realistic in our stories about dragons, okay? Gosh. But yeah, again, as I said, it's purely an optional thing. It's just your antics have caught our ears and we're interested. Again, you don't have to. It's purely just something that's there. At the end of the day, we're still a tavern. If Tobias said that you guys would be coming back and forth from here, so again, you can still use our facilities like any other tavern you can stop on the road. It's just the option for this is there, and you know, if you want to opt out, you can opt out. It's just a very long procedure of contracts, writing. But it's you can opt out at any time. I think we've only had 2 people opt out ever, and that's because they were literally no fun to be around. They were very moody, and they were very bad at telling stories. Anyway, we don't care about them. We're not sour about it at all. But yeah,
We're not bitter.
yeah, literally
We
just like.
tell you stories.
Mhm.
You can give us time.
If you climb the ranks, yes. Because if you have time, you have more stories. And if you have more stories, you get more time. It's a self-fulfilling circle, really.
Esme just holds up her hand, just before you say anything else.
Yeah.
One of our number is not here currently. And I'm just going to make it quite clear to you that you should not, in any way, attempt to sell him on your organization by virtue of long life or life beyond natural needs, because he will complain and bitch and whinge and make us supposedly think that you are the worst thing in the world, and I believe that. So maybe just tell him it's worth doing and it's up to him. Don't mention the living thing.
He's like, they're like scrubbing down the top of the counter, and they're like, "Listen, I'm picking up what you're putting down, friend. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't like it," he points to the door, and he's like, "There's the door." He's like, he doesn't have to participate in this, like, establishment. He can just sit outside and, have his beliefs and his system, which is I respect. He's wrong, but I can respect it, and he can do whatever he likes, and that's fine. Like, obviously, yeah, no, like if the person doesn't want to, that's grand. But
Esme just says, "Look, that's fine. I'm just making sure you know that. I will be happy to sit and tell you who I am."
Me too. I have loads of stories for you.
ooh, jolly good. It's like, would either of you like to participate in our little thing? I don't know, guild. Jolly good. Amy?
Can I think about it?
Of course. Oh my gosh, yes. There is absolutely. You can think about it for 20 years and come back. It is not mandatory, nor will my feelings be hurt that you want to think about it, or just straight up be like, nobody. It's purely up to you. Again, you don't have to. It's just something we can do. So, y'all who wish to do the thing, come with me. And essentially they split into, there's 3 of you doing it. So 3, like, a tiefling man, a dragonborn female, and a dwarven man. Essentially, like, come, let's go into a back room and you can tell me all about it.
Esme basically like waves over the part of Wub that is going to take her.
Mm-hmm.
She just says, "If you'll allow me, just give me I'll wait until one of my 2 friends are done. That way I can stay with Eudora. That she's not drinking on her own."
It's fine. Go. I'm fine.
Esme just takes out the bard book and just says, "No, I think this will be more fun to start with anyway."
Of course, yeah. No, that's. He's like, that's friends stick together, and that's very nice of you. Here, have another drink. It's fine. And he slides you again like the purple liquid, and to the Risbet and Coda is brought into a room. It looks like kind of like an office. If there's a table, a lantern with a green flame in it, constantly burning, a leather-bound book that kind of has like a purple leather cover kind of thing, a seat for Wub and a seat for you, and they basically are just like, okay, like, tell us all about you, tell us your story. And as you speak, essentially Wub is like, crossed, leg over another, like hands on the lap, kind of like just really like, like nodding as you're talking, like genuinely looks interested and just content to be listening to your story. And as you speak, the open tome is like essentially just like transcribing what you're saying in like a very novel-esque way. And provided, like, I'm obviously, like, given the rules, I'm assuming none of you are like, yeah, no, I fucking FaceTimed the lantern. Yeah, it's a case of it's done, and you guys are like presented with like basically an ID card that has like where a photograph would be. It's an incredibly highly accurate like pen sketch, like something you see in a
It still looks bad no matter what.
Oh yeah, it's just a case of like they never get the nose right. But yeah, essentially you guys have your card, and Wolf's like, I'm really like, this is awesome. I'm so glad. We were like, our organization is often like, I suppose it is kind of shady, but like to me, I've been doing this for so many years now, I just kind of think it's normal, and me showing up out of the blue and being like, hey, you want to tell me stories, and I could possibly grant you random magical trinkets and trophies and boons. Actually, oh wow, no, I sound insane. Oh wow, okay, fair enough. I'm going to make a note, and I'm going to hang it on my door. It's like, got to work on the pitch. Oh, okay. But yeah, you guys are essentially giving your cards, and he's like, we will get you like on the back of it, he's like, your tier, or your like what you're available to you is on it, and I'll get you to that shit tomorrow. But yeah, they are very content with what you've told them. And Esme, after that's happened, do you kind of like go proceed?
Oh yeah, like once code is out.
Yeah.
With Isadora, it's like done. Like, be back.
Yeah, like it's essentially like it's the same procedure. You guys go in, they listen, they thank you, and you are granted your little card. And it's a case of like, well, look, the 3 out of 4 of you, for placement's sake, Virion is off getting his glove tailored by one of the many goblin tailors. Like, just for placements matters. It's like, look, at the 3 of you are members. You can all stay here, or I believe the Baron will probably want to talk to you at some point. You can stay in his place. You can stay here. It's all good. We're all friends here, and thank you. I hope this becomes a great tale that we can tell for the age. Well, sorry, no, I was just double checking all that stuff. Okay, so we'll leave it there, guys. Like, essentially, as you guys are like, enjoying another, like, the drink that you have is really, it's essentially changes depending on who's drinking it in terms of taste. It tastes just like perfect to the person, for the person. But as you guys are kind of like content and just chatting and like, oh yeah, this could be cool. Let's see where it takes us. And the door opens and like, it's like, oh my god, my friends, and like, the Baron is behind you essentially, and he's like, oh, we've so much to talk about, and he kind of like, skips over, and we'll leave it there just because it's getting 12 and I know people have work and stuff. So yeah, good game, friendos.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. Can I confirm?
Yeah.
Dave goes and does the same thing to get a card.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just like Esme, basically, if Dave isn't fully convinced, Esme spends some time with him, trying to convince him, unless he has a major like, no, I don't want to do this. Then she'll be like, yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. You work away. But if he does agree, he goes up, gets it done, and comes back down. Oh. Why have you done that?
Maybe cute.
So is our downtime, like, can we just do 4 sessions now of us teaching them to read?
We'll open a fucking head school.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Right.
But,
well,
yes,
Alright, I'll
that's
turn off the stream
essentially
now,
it.
if you guys wanna see
Okay,
it.
good night, stream.
Good night, stream. Good night, moon.
Nice.
nighty night.